Welcome back to another Thursday night. Thank you for making us part of your day. This is Small Talk, a very special Small Talk at that. We have a guest waiting on us that we'll introduce here shortly. But Badfish, Equan, really quick, how's y'all's day? What's been going on?
You can go ahead with that fish. Do your thing.
Jeez, snow basically. That's about it
Oh, I
here.
saw that.
Yeah, we've
Tons of
been.
snow.
Yeah, it's like every day the last 3 4 days. So, and yeah, we didn't bring him in. He's been had pneumonia on Wednesday. Was home
Oof.
all the way till Monday, and then we Monday wasn't too bad driving wise, so we could have brought him, and we could have. He was doing better. We could have probably brought him, but we kept him Monday, and we brought him Tuesday, and then he was home Wednesday because of snow. And then today was just as bad, if not worse. But we brought him in today. He was like, we need this child out of the house. But because we had so much work to do, I had a day. I have a day off tomorrow though, so I had to
Oh,
make
that's
sure I had
nice.
certain stuff done before I left.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise good. Just hectic. But it's Christmas season. I'm looking now. Is this our last show? We might do a pre-record for Christmas.
Yeah. Well,
I
we're
think
still in the
so.
developments of that, right?
Yeah, so keep that in mind for ladies and gent. But this is kind of a Christmassy show as well. So
Yeah.
Merry
Merry
Christmas, Happy
Christmas.
Holidays, whatever you celebrate.
Equan, what's going on, man?
Uh, so basically, it
You're
was
not a
a
doctor
pretty
anymore? Oh.
no. I still do. I got to do that tomorrow. I almost had tomorrow off, and then of course someone
Ah,
came in. I gotta chop another little toe off, so we'll take care of that. I almost had tomorrow off. I was gonna game tomorrow, but I can't. But yeah, I just got back. I got back from work like hours ago, and just been chilling, contemplating on where I'm gonna put the Ecto One.
Very
oh,
nice.
For
so
now,
jealous, man.
that box is so heavy. I love how they box them because they're like double boxed with those corner protectors,
Mhm.
so the actual box in the box is in pristine condition. But I need to find a
Yeah, it's
long
really
thing
nice.
to display it. But yeah, I need at least a temporary display because I really want to take it out and test the electronics.
Yeah, you
And
got it. Yeah,
I got to display both of them too. So
they did a
we'll
great
see.
job with the packaging on a lot of the HasLabs in general. So yeah,
Yeah.
I would say yeah, whatever you can do to get that thing tested. But
Did you guys
congrats on
see
that shit.
the booty that they sculpted on Slimer? They gave him
Yes.
like
Yeah,
a
Yes.
it's
dog.
crazy.
It's yeah.
The life
So
size one has a pretty good one too.
oh,
Yeah.
when that Frozen Empire movie came out, they had those
Uh,
that Slimer that makes the sounds. It's like I'd say about
yes.
like it's pretty decent size, and he's got a badonk on that one too. So I guess it's accurate. I don't know, but
No, it's
yeah,
definitely a known thing about Slimer. So,
yeah.
Well, I don't want to
Other
keep our guests waiting too much longer. I'm just going to
no, I was thinking
run
that.
through why we are so late, and it is my fault. So today we had two different concerts at Southwest ISD. So my elementary fine arts teacher, she had a her concert for the fifth graders. So I kind of stayed and helped with that. And then my nieces, they have a concert that they're in the high school. And actually, one of them, they made the regionals all around for like the state and stuff. So she gets to go compete with a whole bunch of like really high performing musicians and stuff that are similar in high school. And our school has a very strict bag policy now, just because of all the craziness that's happened through like Uvalde and among other incidents that have happened at schools and things like that and other places. So my wife said, "Here, take my bag, but I want you to put it in your truck." I was like, "Okay," because I could cover it up better. And I leave when I said I was going to leave about 7:30. Right, gave me about 20 minutes to get home, set everything up, get everything ready, and then I leave and forget her purse is in the truck. I make it to three stop signs away from my house when she calls me. "You have my purse," and I was like, "Oh no!" There she is, stranded, stranded there, and
Oh, her keys were in
Yeah.
there and stuff.
by her key because they were in her purse.
Okay.
So I had to rush back, right, and get. It's about a 20 to 25 minute drive, and then back this way and stuff. So that's why I'm sorry, guys, but we appreciate everyone who is here and everyone who's come out to watch this. I do want to
See, Mike,
introduce
it wasn't me, Mike.
I do want to announce our special guest.
How dare you?
We have Chris Whitlock here. He is the operations manager for Collectors Archive Services. Chris, how are you doing?
I'm good. Hello there. Thanks for inviting me on the show. I appreciate getting to hang out with you guys and talk toys.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Should be a fun
So,
evening.
you had contact with our Chris.
Yeah.
That we have here. So, what was that like? I know he was kind of like he's been trying to get you on.
Well, so what he does is he reaches out to Ross Barr, who's like who's the CAS person everybody knows, right? And Ross is like, "Hey, who can do this?" Then Ross throws it to me. So like basically, like I'm your second choice, right? Like I'm like solid number 2. So, but it was cool. I mean, it's nice to doing what I do. I get to have a lot of exposure to a lot of different toys and a lot of different things, and I love to talk about it. Right, having a job in the toy industry. Some people would think, possibly there's a chance that toys would get old. They just don't. If you love them, you love them.
Right.
So, I get to see cool things every day, do cool things every day. And I love to talk about the cool things I see and do. So, kind of, perfect segment for me. So,
That's awesome.
You're 100% right. I don't think I'll ever stop collecting, to be honest.
you're never done.
Yeah.
Your collection's never complete. There's no such thing. So it's I argue with people all the time. I only need 2 more pieces. It's like for whatever you're collecting right now.
For now is the
this
key
week.
word. Yeah.
I'll say I've had a lot of exposure to a lot of different more modern stuff. So I was typically a vintage collector, and I can't help but fall in love with some of this stuff. So whereas I normally wouldn't go out of my way and buy it, I'm starting to do it now all the time. So you don't necessarily need it. It doesn't fit my initial focus, but all of a sudden my focus has shifted. So here we are.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we've talked about that here too, about the evolution of our collections.
Yeah,
And like for me, my introduction way back in the day was Pokemon cards, and then I found Yu-Gi-Oh, which I was like, this is so much cooler. It's a game, and the holographic monsters and all that kind of stuff, and then fell off that, got really into sports, started doing some sports stuff, and then went through high school, college, and I stopped collecting because I didn't have any money, right? I also, in between there, did Gundam model kits, things like that, and then I finally got back into it with, I always say, Guardians of the Galaxy, or Iron Man got me into Marvel, just watching the movies, and then Guardians of the Galaxy got me into the comics. So I really got heavy into comics. I had close to 2,000, I think, at one point. I had almost the entire run of Volume 1 of Iron Man with all of the big hits. And I started collecting figures, got more into figures, so I stopped collecting comics. And then I sold almost my entire collection. I only have kind of like what you might see right here up in this corner, and I have a whole wall of some vintage comics right here. And with one other short box over here that has some graded stuff. And then got really satisfied with figures, and then I was like, okay, I don't really need to get too much more. And then I got into Pokemon cards again. So like I'm back and forth on a lot of this stuff.
It happens. But my journey's like almost identical with just different brands. You know, and I think a lot of us probably have the same thing.
Yeah, mine's basically Power of the Force got me started, and then I came back in like 2015-ish is when I kind of really got back into things. Got my first Hot Toys eventually and all that. So, but I'm still into the small scale, obviously. That's why I'm here.
I went to the reverse pet method because I was like, I'm just going to get the Hot Toys. And then that Mandalorian Razor Crest came out. I was like, I'll just back this one. I'll just have one of these. And
no.
The Cantina came out. I'm like, oh, that looks cool. I'm going to get one of those too. and then the Luke Skywalker X-wing, and then the Darth Vader TIE Fighter. I'm like, oh no. I'm
I
like
want
starting to
those.
have this
Fuck.
TVC ship collection, and then now I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm in it now. I kind of accidentally fell in it.
I've always been into the ships because I had some as a kid, so had to one. I saw like I think it was like some 3.75 collector box, and I like grabbed that in 2015. And then I saw the Black Series, and I still have a bunch of them. Like here we got like I just opened all these, like what 2 days ago.
Love
Let's
that.
see. Hold on. Let's see.
All these
Nice.
like we got.
Who would have thought that one would be ever made?
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And then we've got the was it Fox? Then I got this. This is just because the alien looks cool. I haven't even watched the
Oh
show.
yeah. That's the coolest figure. They put in
Got
like 5
Bly.
pistols for that guy.
Yeah, I just opened a bunch of these, and I'm doing this for 2 reasons. Because I was just buying too much stuff at one point, Chris. There was anything with the word Star Wars on it, I bought it, and then we moved houses to a much smaller place, so it kind of just all. I had nowhere to really display it, so I have boxes like Tupperwares of Black Series in box. So I decided I'm gonna open the ones I'm keeping, display them, and sell any dupes or boxes that I'm not opening.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so to make the space, and then I've got all the hot toys I freaking bought. So gotta make some sacrifices and curate.
Those take
now,
up a lot
so.
of space is the problem, right? Like they're
Dude,
outstanding.
That's the problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a shoebox, and you can't get rid of. Well, I feel like you can't get rid of the art box that contains all the
Well, of course not.
accessories.
You can't.
So-
You have to keep the packaging. It makes no sense to get rid of the packaging.
Yeah, I
Makes
got
none
like
at all.
a pile of shoe boxes basically in the storage area right now.
Oh.
So yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's Star Wars is the focus for sure. But thank you for joining us as well. Really, really.
Yeah. No, this is
appreciate
a
you
ton
doing
of
that.
fun. A ton of fun. And every time you guys talk, I think I have like a million things to need to talk about. Whatever you're talking about. So.
Oh,
my
yeah.
favorite subject.
Nice.
And look,
Yeah.
Six Guns just got his first TVC figures, Han Solo, I believe, and Chewie, I think. So
Oh yeah.
his first
That's a
TVCs
great
he
place
ordered
to
like
start.
today. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, guys. Well, we are gonna jump straight into it. But first, we need to talk about our 2025 CW awards. If you have not registered for the giveaways, which we will go over a bit later, just need to get some clarifications. Please scan this QR code, and you're gonna have opportunities to not only vote but enter to win. I believe it's a $50 gift card. So yeah, don't forget to do that. We will go over that here in a bit.
I'm also
But
putting the link in the chat if you don't want to scan the QR code, so I'll put that in there too.
Thank you very much. Let's start off with some new pickups. Equan, is this yours?
No, that might be Chris's.
Oh, that was Chris's. I
It
saw
is, yeah.
this.
Sorry, I meant to move it.
That's all good. I saw this though at the store, and I was like, "Dang! I kind of wish I didn't get rid of my other ones." I had the two Banshees that they had released,
Oh,
and
right.
it
That
looks
was a
so
few
good.
years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't have any room for it anymore, so I ended up selling them a while back. This is yours though, Equan.
Yeah. So the again growing my Batmobile collection. I got the McFarlane 66 Batmobile. I had the previous version, the retro version. It was smaller scale for those 6-inch figures. This more fits the 7-inch ones. And then I got the HasLab. Well, I can only fit one photo in there, but I got a regular and deluxe HasLab Canyonero, aka Ghostbusters.
So jealous,
Ecto
bro.
one.
It's so good.
I cannot wait to pull.
Congrats, dude.
I need time to
So-
I need afternoon to take it out of the box, but that'll be a whole thing to unbox. Oh, and then I built Michael Cole from the old Monday Night
from the
Raw.
old
Well,
one?
yeah. There was a whole wave. He was the build-a-figure, so I built him.
I need a Michael Cole from now. That's what I.
Oh yeah,
want.
they haven't made one in a while,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I saw the tag titles, the new tag titles. I saw the 3-pack of the Raw tag titles with R-Truth and Miz and Triple H. That one was really cool.
That was at
Some of the
Walmart,
Wyatt
yeah.
sick.
Yeah. So again, they pump these wrestling figures out like no one's business. They have separate lines like the Monday Night War line and then the
Yep.
Elite line, which is like there's like a new wave every month it seems. Um, but yeah, I kind of try to pick and choose what I need. But yeah, I'm digging more towards the era I grew up watching, so I grabbed that wave.
Very cool. All right, Chris, this is your new pickups.
It is a little
Definitely
bit.
into this too.
So like it doesn't look like much, but it's got it where it counts, kind of thing, right? So standard Luke Jedi, 65 back. Not typically anything that would turn a lot of heads. What is interesting about this is, Luke Jedi. There's a lot of variations with them, and this one happens to be one that's really tough to get, right? So he's got an actual visible, packed-in snap cape, and for those of us Luke Jedi nerds, that was hard to find to begin with, but also hard to find on card because you can't always see it, right? So you could have one mint on card and just never know it, just depending on how that cape decided to wiggle its way in when they put it in the bubble.
Wow, that's great. That's amazing.
It's an uber nerd, right? Thing, right? So a lot of people are happy to have a Luke Jedi, but my Luke Jedi's got to have a visible snap.
Go
cape.
to the next slide, Sean. There
That's
you
all
go.
it is. Just that little line makes him special. That little shiny spot.
Wow.
So the cool thing is that like, so for those folks who don't really know what CAS is, we're a professional toy grading company, right? So I get to see a lot of cool things. This is a figure I've looked for a very long time. And one came in a collection and we graded it and it was going to be going up for auction. And I'm like, oh man, I absolutely want this. I'm like, so maybe I'll bid on it. And it ended up going for like triple what I wanted to spend on it. You're like, okay,
Oh, no.
it happens, you lose it, right? And then this came up in a Facebook group and it was like a deal or no deal kind of situation. And I made what I thought was kind of a lower offer. And the guy's like, deal. I'm like, so good karma, right? Like patience
Yes.
is virtue
That's
when it comes
awesome.
to something like this, right? So, when you get something that you really, really want and you get to get it at a price that is really attractive, it's kind of a home run. So this is one that really, really, really makes me smile. So,
And back on the first screenshot, this sticker, is that like the original $3.99? Obviously, right?
yep.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I just
Yep,
didn't
orig-
recognize the store name.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah,
I actually have it right here. Let me see if I can figure it out. Oh, Mervin's. So it was
Mervin's.
yeah.
yeah. We don't
Oh, you
have
can
that.
kind of see it.
Clothing
It's
store.
faded up at the top. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I
it's-
can read it. We don't have it here.
It went out of business ages ago, so it was
Yeah.
primarily a clothing store, and I think every now and again, maybe around holiday season,
What,
they
like
would get
late
some-
90s maybe kind of went
Yeah.
out?
Yeah.
Very
Yep.
cool. Though.
Oh, I remember Mervin's. Hated going there.
Your mom would always drag you, right? Like there's nothing there
Exactly.
for you.
Dude, that's like IKEA. I hated going.
We
to
got to go
IKEA.
school shopping. Yay. Can't wait.
I'm convinced there are
was
people that are
Sears.
stuck at IKEA
Yeah.
still from when they opened it.
Yeah.
They just are eat meatballs every night and
Oh
can't get
my
out.
god,
That is a
Oh
store
my
you cannot
gosh.
escape.
Yeah.
It's a
that's so funny.
So yeah.
This is great.
So yeah, it's the nerdiness, right? It's the little nerd compiled, that makes me smile, right? It's like the little snap on the cape makes that entire piece for me. So
And that's just in obviously very great condition, and but it's not necessarily graded. It's more just in that acrylic case you have.
yeah, it's I will get it graded. It just happened to when I bought
Okay,
it,
I'm
it
just
was
curious, yeah.
not graded.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because I've never graded a figure. I've obviously seen them, but
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
never done it myself. So.
it's fun. I love it. I do it all the time.
All right, Chris. So, Collectors Archives Services is a grading company. Y'all don't just specialize in figures, but there are some other things that you guys go into.
Yeah, so we do like sports memorabilia a little bit. We're
Okay.
dabbling into package trading cards a little bit. So
Mhm.
I've you guys were talking about Pokemon, and I'm sure everybody a few years ago learned about the Logan Paul incident, right?
Yes.
Right. And so how do you stop that from ever happening? Right. And so there is a company that we work with called X-Ray Authority out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, who can CT scan into these cases and make sure they don't have to look for the hits. They don't have to look. They can just say, are the packs the right packs? They look like they're what they're supposed to
Mhm.
be, and then they say yes. They send them directly to us like an unbroken chain of custody, and we can encase the cases, the boxes, the packs, just and certify that those things are real, right? Which makes buying that sort of stuff for investment purposes. I mean, some of that stuff is worth more than a house, right?
Right.
Makes some of that stuff a lot more attractive to buy. So we're starting to see those. We're starting to see iPhones. We see a lot of cool, interesting things, right? So
Do they get copies of the scans for the purchase?
yeah, so the customer will has access to well, anybody has access to the hologram that they provide us, right? And we put that hologram on the inside of our graded
Ah,
stuff, so it builds a provenance right into the piece, right? So you have
Mhm.
access to see what they have seen, and then what's in the package. And the idea really is they send it directly to us, not back to the customer. There's no bait and switch. Goes right back to us, and then we put them in a case. So
very cool.
So for the people who don't know the Logan Paul incident, I think he spent, I don't know, like 10 or 12 million, something like that. I can't remember the
lot.
exact number, but on I think it was a booster box
Case.
of
It was a
a
case.
case.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
case of vintage Pokemon, like the OG set.
And it was BBCE certified. He did his due
Everything.
diligence, right?
Right. He went through everything. And they go to bust it open, and I think it was GI Joe cards is what they found.
Yep.
So, yeah, it was
They
crazy.
like
And if
replicated everything, even the packaging.
Yep.
A case of
plastic
6
over the
boxes for 3.5 million. The one thing they
3.5
didn't do
million.
is CT scan it. That's what they didn't do.
Yeah.
Right. So,
All right,
which
Logan Paul, if you're listening.
actually had the opportunity to talk to him about it. It's kind of interesting, right? I mean, so
That's
and
cool.
it's cool to be able to.
You
Oh,
did?
So we were pitching some investment stuff, and because of all this, he popped in and had about a half-hour conversation about CAS and how this is all happening. So yeah, it was kind of fun.
Cool.
So
That's really interesting.
Yep.
You should recommend the CT scan next time.
well, that was
sure it
kind of the
was,
whole,
yeah.
that was the whole pitch, right? So
Mhm.
So, kind of, I guess since we're more focused with we could touch on the cards here again in a second, but we're more focused on the figures. So, talk to us about what scale you guys see a lot. What kind of products are you seeing more of, and what are some like oddball stuff that you might have seen from back in the day or anything like that?
Well, so like scale wise for more of the modern stuff, we see a lot of vintage collection in a
Mhm.
couple of ways. So you get a lot of collector grade stuff that comes directly from Big Bad Toy Store. And we can talk a little
Mhm.
bit about our relationship with them as that goes on. We see a lot of autograph stuff, right? So people love to
Mhm.
get things that are signed. We get a lot of signed things. JSA actually comes to our facility and authenticates the autograph. So again, we build that provenance into the case,
Mhm.
which is kind of fun. Signed stuff you see, we see Black Series, not as much as I'd like, because I personally love Black Series stuff. The issue with Black Series is that like there isn't a lot of, if it's $79.99 to grade it, how many pieces are worth $79.99 or more, right? So I
Right.
think that you don't get a lot of that stuff unless it's signed or unless it's like prototype stuff, right? So, but we do see those, and then we have had handfuls of the SH Figure Art stuff, which is outstanding looking. Absolutely
Mhm.
love to see that. And then prototypes from pretty much anywhere you could think. So Power of the Force 2, I mean vintage stuff too, but like Power of the Force 2, straight up to stuff that's coming out now. And you get to see a lot of just neat color variations. I get to see all the fun stuff, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to work at a local comic book store here in San Antonio, and we had comics, toys, figures, collectible cards, Pokemon, Magic, all that, right? And that was one of the funnest parts of the job, is having someone bring in their collection. A lot of times it's, they're in a pinch, so they need it. So it's kind of sad on that side, but you get to see all of these figures or comics or cards
Yep.
that you don't typically get to see anymore. I mean, I remember my favorite character in Marvel is Thanos and Iron Man, and I remember one walking in, and my eyes just like I'm on it the entire time, and I'm letting my boss go through the motions with this guy, and da 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 da, da and they pick it up, and I go, I need to talk to you like now. Did he leave? Yes. Is it purchased? Yes. And I go, I need a shot on this, and they gave me a shot on it, and
You absolutely fall in love with stuff. I mean, it happens. You see something and it speaks to you, and you just have to have it, right? So, it's happened to me. I was at Star Wars Celebration, and there was a packaging sample of 3 3/4 inch. It was the Hoth set, but it was packaged on a starting lineup card, like kind of just to kind of get an idea of scale, right? And I walked by it and looked at it and thought, man, that is really cool. And then I walked away, and I walked away about 10 feet. I turned around and came back, and then there was another person holding it. And I'm like, son of a. And, this guy started, he looked at it a little bit and he set it down. And as soon as he set it down and picked it back up, I'm like, yeah, I'm buying it. If I can't physically walk away from it, that tells you that I absolutely have to have that piece. Right. So now I do. Now I own it.
So the other thing that I was able to acquire from that shop, and it's probably some of my favorite collectibles, is I'm a huge Small Soldiers fan from the movie.
Yep.
And I had most of the Gorgonites when I was a kid, some of my favorite figures. And of course you grow up and you're like, I don't want that stuff anymore. Almost the entire set walked in. Wow. And I was able to get almost all the Gorgonites. I got the Chip Hazard, the Tall Archer, and some of the Commando Elite.
That's
Slam
awesome.
Fist. Slam Fist is missing his hammer, but the fact that I just have him like that,
Right. Yeah, like it's if you're a collector and you enjoy collecting, these things speak to you. You see something, and when you see it, you kind of have to have it. And it's nice because I think as guys, we're taught to like teach to have restraint, but when it comes to like a toy or something that you want, you kind of get to treat yourself every now and again.
So you had mentioned that you see a lot of signed stuff, and you and a lot of things that come from cons. You got JSA coming in, things like that.
Yep.
Does the encapsulation process, I guess, does it include a grade on top of just authenticating the signature? And
yes, typically, yeah.
And the other part of it is for people who send their figures in, what is the grading process like as far as what you're looking for on the actual figure if it does get a grade, whether it's signed or not?
Sure. So yeah, typically, so we don't go out of our way, although we may change it. One of the fun parts about my job is we get to talk about like toy philosophy a lot, right? And so we will grade toys. We will grade toys with autographs on them. We don't currently have a subgrade for autographs, right? So if the autograph is sloppy or kind of chipped off a little bit, we don't have a downgrade version for that. Our autograph stuff has a gold label, so it just signifies that it's autographed. Basically tells you like, if from a there's ink marking on this piece, but it's intentional, right? So it's meant to be there. So you can get a number grade on there. CAS, we follow like, so there's another toy grading company. They've been around for a bit more than 25 years. In fact, AFA has been around, and they started the toy grading scale. It's on a 100-point scale, which is a scale that nobody else follows but us. So like, 85 for something vintage is really good. 90, 95 are really good for modern stuff. So that when you see, like toy graded stuff, you're not if you're looking for a 9, you're going to get something that's in really, really bad condition, right? 9.8 is a really, really bad condition piece. You're looking for, 80s, 85, 90s, things.
So it's
things
100, like generally a 100-point scale.
Yep. And then as far as like submitting things, there's a couple ways to do it. So some people that are a little bit nervous or new about it, we do a lot of toy shows. And so if you're kind of a little bit uneasy about the process, come see us at one of the shows and we can kind of walk you through it. But we are primarily a mail order company. So we get most of our submissions through the mail. People send them in. We have a website. For things that we've graded before, you can search those things on the website and add them to cart, pay for it, send it in. for things that we haven't done, with a lot of autographs, we may have done the actual package piece. We haven't done the actual sign piece itself. We have right on our homepage, have something we haven't graded before, and you do a kind of a little bit of a description of it, and then you send it in, and we invoice you once it comes in, right? So it's pretty easy. We're pretty famous for answering phones and answering questions. I'm usually on Facebook Messenger. As you guys have seen, I'm pretty quick to respond to that sort of stuff. So if there's any questions and such, we're always happy to talk people through the process. Once they've done it once or twice, they become old pros at it. And grading becomes sort of addictive. It's one of those things where you're like, okay, I'm going to get my best thing done. I want to get that in case it's an investment, maybe for the family or whatever. We all say we're never going to sell our collections, but let's be honest, they will be for sale at some point. We just might not be selling them, right?
Exactly.
Right.
My daughter last Christmas walked into my office and she's like, when you die, what do I do with all this crap? Right? It's just kind of true.
Figure out a way to bury it with me.
And she won't, right? Because she'll probably want to buy a car and be able to sell this stuff. And it's a lot easier to sell if your autographs are authenticated, if your pieces are graded. You know what if you take a CAS label and just type what's on it into eBay, and then you put the pictures that we provide onto eBay, you don't have to have any knowledge about that product to sell that product and get what it's very likely worth, right? But meanwhile, if my kids or my wife wanted to sell my stuff just raw, like you said, in the comic book shop, just go in there, even very, very honest comic book shops, they have to make money. They're buying at 50-60%, right? So you're going to take that kind of a hit on it, right? One of the advantages of grading is that the label kind of explains what it is and gives anybody who wants to buy it, access to that item and knowledge about what you're selling, even if the person selling it doesn't necessarily know what they're selling. So
I'm looking at the website, and guys, you cut me off whenever you want if you got questions that you want to ask. But I'm looking at the turnaround time. So recent experiences with, like I said, I've been doing a lot of cards lately. Turnaround time, while like PSA or Beckett will say it's like 14 or not 14, like 45 days or whatever, it tends to be a couple more weeks after that. So how does y'all's turnaround time work, and what's kind of been like your scale on that?
So we aim for 90 days. Every now and again, we'll do like a 30-day promotion, and then you can buy a 7-day or 48-hour if it's something that you need to get back. Very similar to the other grading companies. The clock starts ticking once we check it in. We do really make an effort to try to check things in fairly quickly. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of good reasons to do it, more so even for toys than anything else, right? Like when you send in a toy, I don't have any idea of what you're sending me and how the condition I'm expecting it to get, right? Like what are you sending something that was damaged, but you bought it because it was the only one you could find, or did you send it in mint and it got damaged along the way? So, we try to get things in, get things processed, and get them graded fairly quickly. So that way that the grade is applied. Now the customer doesn't see it, but if there was something that, is damaged and the customer says, hey, I sent you in something mint and it graded a 60, we know that chances are that happened early, right? So it gives us a little bit of, like knowledge of how these things arrived and how they get in, right? We really do try to. I'm a collector, Yeah. When I sent you, I don't know if later if you guys have the pictures of my toy room, but one of the things you'll notice are holes, right? So if there's a hole in my collection because I sent something in to get graded, just like anybody else, I want to fill that hole again, right? So so you see the holes, right? I see the holes. Everybody sees the holes. The holes mean that is out for grading and it needs to come back. I feel incomplete just like anybody else does, right? So if something is taking too long, you get a little bit, it's hyperventilating is a little, but I miss my stuff, right? And all of our customers are the same way. If you say you're at 90 days, we get a lot of day 91. So what's up? Yeah. And I expect it, right? Because I'm the same person. Right. I'm the same person. Yeah. So we really do our best to try to get things back to people as soon as we can.
This is great, though. My God.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Years and you know what? How this started? This started as I was a collector in the 90s and sold everything, and then got divorced,
Wanted
got
it back.
remarried, and I thought I just want to buy one figure, just one figure.
That's how it always is.
Right. So, the 100+ carded, a complete run of the vintage carded figures, and then a lot of, even some of my cooler stuff isn't in any of these pictures. I don't know. It makes me smile. I love to see it. But I feel the pain of our customers when we have to wait for long turnaround times. And in fact, of course, as a grading company, we talk smack a little bit, right? So one of our employees sent some Pokemon stuff, and I don't know what they are. I'm not a Pokemon guy, but he sent some Pokemon stuff, and he paid for a 15-day turnaround, and he's at like 90+ days on this stuff. And it's like, why did I pay the premium, right? Like, what's the point? I got nothing for this service. And getting a hold of PSA is absolutely impossible, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, it is what it is. He did get a couple emails like, well, our turnaround times are estimate. Okay, an estimate that's like 4 times longer than you said.
Yeah, it's not
egregious
egregious like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's crazy.
yeah. Yep. So
talk to us about your personal collection here. What's the rhyme? What's the reason? You already kind of touched on where you started your collecting.
Yep. So I'm an uber nerd. I'm a card back guy, so I love card backs. So I have all of my Star Wars figures are on their debut cards. So 12 back, not necessarily the A back. All the next 8 are on Star Wars cards. For Empire Strikes Back, that entire run is on a tougher 48 back the entire run, except for 2 figures: Leia Bespin, who is not thought to exist on that card back, and Forlom, that I have a card back and a figure, but it's a $20,000 figure.
Mike.
And then my Return of the Jedi run is all graded 80 and above, debut card, unpunched, and no price sticker. So then I finished that run, like we talked about. Okay, good, I'm done. No, I'm not, right? So I wanted a reason to buy modern stuff, so I got into Black Series signed stuff, and I do that very often. And then the Wicket you see here, I was at the Imperial Commissary ICC show in the spring, and there was a guy next to me that had that Wicket for sale, and Warwick Davis was there. I'm like, I'm gonna get a vintage piece and just kind of get it signed. And now I love vintage carded items signed. and now and it may take me years to find it, but if I could find a Carrie Fisher signed, Leia Bespin would be like my new grail, right? So, and that Jawa piece is kind of interesting. I bought that years ago, and it was a rare Jawa, and I thought, okay, it's kind of neat. But it was, when I bought it, the woman, so it was actually a couple slides back. It was on the wall.
Yeah, jump back, Sean.
One more.
Right there, right there. So I bought it on eBay, and the woman sent it to me. She's like, yeah, I found it in my closet. So it's actually the bag that she bought it in, the receipt that she bought it with, and then
my gosh,
the figure
That
has
is crazy.
price tag matches, right? So it was later in 1978. There's a date on it. I don't know the date offhand, but she had purchased like 4 figures, must have given 3 to her kids, and that ended up in a closet. So it's like a Montgomery Wards bag and a Montgomery Wards receipt and a figure with the
that's
Montgomery
a name
Wards
I have
tag.
not heard in a long time.
Right. Like Mervin's, right? We have a vintage guy. We talk about vintage stores, but yeah, so that is one of my, like, how can you not love
Toys R Us?
Yep. So
There's a few back, but no, that's awesome.
How do you make these custom acrylics? Like, do you make these, or how do you go about doing that?
So the little corner pieces are a little thing I did on my own, right? But the actual cases themselves are made here in West Palm Beach in Florida. Everything starts out as a flat piece of acrylic. We custom make them to size. Obviously, we have your standard 6x9. We make those in bulk. But something like this, we don't have a case specifically made for it. But we take that and we put so the bag and the receipt are in what we call a flip frame, which is a piece of acrylic flipped over upon itself. So that way it kind of sandwiches in, and it's taped together with some really clear tape. And then it's held onto acrylic with these little buttons on the back, these little pieces that glue down. And then, you put those all on a back, and then you measure your length, width, and depth. And then we have a CAD system that, really simple drag and drops, all rectangles, bend them to size and put them together. Right. But to have this piece, which is cool and fun and makes a great story, if it weren't graded, if it weren't encased, what would it be? It would be a Jawa with a bunch of stuff piled behind. In fact, this is one of the first things I ever submitted to CAS before I was actually part of CAS. And the way I stored all the pieces was I had the receipt and the bag folded behind the figure in a star case. Right. And I actually had that up for sale. I was going to sell the Jawa. It was cool, but what do you do with it? And a collector friend of mine is like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Why don't you have CAS do something with this? And I'm like, I should. And now, like, this is one that, when I'm dead, my wife or my daughter will sell. I will never sell this piece. I absolutely love it. To me, I love the fact that there's a story. I love the fact that it sat in a closet for years and underappreciated. I love the fact that, it sat on my shelf, really not displayed in any kind of a cool way. And then all of a sudden, here we are with something that's dynamic and we get to talk about it, right? We all love to talk about our toys. And when you have one that has a story, this is great, right? So,
and that's for me when I was doing comics, everyone's like, oh, you need that 9.8 or that rare Gem 10. And I was thinking on the, on like, at least like the vintage comics that I have, like some are pretty beat up. Some look really good. The highest vintage book I have is a 9.4 first appearance of Rocket Raccoon from the Incredible Hulk series.
What year?
Oh, what was it? I think it was in the 80s.
Okay, that's awesome.
So I think I can look at here. I'll look here in a second. But as I was going through these books, because that's what I dealt with at the shop, I'm like, you know what? Every ding, every corner crease, every cutout stamp, while it's not the most perfect book that you can get, there's a backstory there. So you get like the comic book story and you get the previous owner's story.
Yeah.
Like there's this idea where the kids read their favorite character, read their favorite weekly comic, roll it up, put it in their back pocket and go ride their bikes.
Yep. Yeah, it's part of the, these things would have no value if there was no nostalgia tied to it. And nostalgia is tied to, creating these memories back when we were young. Right. Yep. So that's how it works. So I have and I don't have a picture of it. It from a distance, I do, but you'd never be able to see it. I have a Han Solo Hoth that I bought on eBay, and some woman wrote on it, and it's like, thank you for making me see the best movie ever. Love, Susan, Xmas 1981. She wrote that on the card back. That's amazing.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's
right.
Hilarious.
Like it's $100, mint on card. It's not worth anything from a mint standpoint. But that is something that like I absolutely love to have it. Right. Did Susan and this guy get married? Or did Return of the Jedi? They went separate ways. We don't know.
Yes, you wonder. So, the one like the Ewoks, one didn't.
Exactly, and that can split you right up, right? So. Yeah, I love it.
May of 1982, the first appearance of Rocket.
Okay. And a piece of paper in a 9.4 condition that is 40 plus years old. Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it always blows my mind the condition of some of the figures and how many decades it's getting up to now since they came out.
The people that kept them. So, like, I think demographic wise, I think I'm a little bit older than you folks. And so, I was a kid collector in the 80s, and I got into trading cards, in the junk wax era. And I went to a baseball card show, and there's a guy there that had a 12 back C3PO, and it was almost completely open, right? It was whatever, right? I'm like, this must be the only one that's unopened. Everybody opened this stuff. This must be the only one that's sealed. Of course, absolutely wrong. Of course, that's not true at all. But at the time, I'm like, wow. And then now to see all this stuff that's still sealed, it's like, boy, there are some people with more foresight than I ever have. So
yeah. It blows my mind sometimes seeing some of it. Yeah, and like even stuff I had when I was a kid, like my dad tossed the box for like some of the toys that I have the toys, but the box is gone. I'm like, man, why didn't you keep the box?
and then some parents kept the box because it was a good way to store the toys, right? So,
exactly, yeah.
Like a board game, right? You just throw it right back in the box.
Yeah. You see that a lot with Transformers. You see a lot of Transformers that still have the box, which is great because the tech specs and stuff that were, with those. I don't know if you guys too much with them, but I was so. And this is
I know about that. I don't collect Transformers, but I do know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So this is we have a sister company called AMG. So they are they do records, cassettes, CDs, music.
Oh, that's cool.
Types. So I mean, and same thing. Like you have. If you get the Sgt. Pepper's, you're not going to play that record, right? Like you have a digital download on it. You can buy a brand new one, right? But like the mint stuff, if it's still mint, man, let's preserve and protect it.
Oh yeah.
So this is some of our customers, the ESP 6-packs. You get to have all these figures that are loose. No, this is what we know. The X means we don't do it anymore. So these are beautiful. We don't really do them anymore because they don't ship. so
like loose vehicles.
Yeah, it's tough because you have a lot of empty space there, and then if you see the Jim Carrey and Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, kicking the box down the street, there's no way that's staying, right?
No, yeah.
So we've done stuff like that, with for pickup only stuff, and they look beautiful.
Yeah,
they make great designs, but they don't ship at all.
God, I want a B-wing so bad.
I know.
Such a cool, from practicality, that shit makes no sense, but that was so much fun. The rotating
makes lots of sense.
Yeah. Well, they
have the Micro
it a little bit.
Galaxy one.
What's that?
The Micro Galaxy, like the newer one.
That works.
Of the B-wing.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
No, they really went into a little bit of the backstory in Clone Wars about the B-wing and.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You love that stuff, right? So.
Oh man.
And again,
the stickers. I was wondering what was going on there.
The unused sticker sheet.
Interesting.
So
that's awesome. Oh, I love how his claws are like.
We did one. Somebody had us do a Gamorrean guard, and we actually twist tied him into his hands, right? So,
oh no way!
That's cool.
I mean, if you're gonna display your collection like this, your wife will let you display some of this stuff, right? Toys, unlike cards and comic books, are dynamic and do look cool, right? So you actually can have a man cave. You can sometimes our wives let us have them, out in the living room and such, right? Because they look cool and fun.
If you make it look great, if you make
it look good,
you have to make it a certain way.
Exactly. So
this is the one retro set I regret not getting, and it went on sale at one point. It's the one retro set. I was like, why didn't I get this?
I love the new ones. So very recently, people have been sending them in. Like there's a Rebel Fleet Trooper and like a Luke Skywalker, the ceremonial, the Yavin 4 ceremonial. And I love the fact, it's the little things that make you smile, right? They package the Rebel Fleet Trooper with a Bespin blaster and Luke with a Leia blaster. And that's exactly how it would have come. That's exactly how that would have come, right?
That's awesome.
I love that they do this stuff, and those little bits of attention to detail make it so much fun.
As a Hasbro sometimes does things that doesn't make sense or annoys me, or like they don't listen to what collectors are saying. But then there's things they do, you're like, they must be listening. It's like,
right.
So they do some really good stuff in that regard, like the attention to detail.
Now the retro, I hate the fact that they make the packaging look damaged. Like
I'm kind of torn. I do wish that it was just clean.
Yeah, it's a mint figure. Let's make it a mint figure. There was a 6-pack. One of them was Han Stormtrooper, which of course we all wanted that because they made a Luke. And I saw it came in like a multi-pack, but I saw that the package was intentionally damaged. You're like, ugh, come on, my Luke's in better condition than that. So.
Yeah, and if they did like one set that was quote unquote damaged and one that wasn't, the one would sit, the quote unquote damaged one would sit.
Yeah, we would chase after the nice ones, right? Do them as pack-ins, make them, and we'll go all over that. Some of the more modern stuff, like we get people that have sent in like the Cantina figures, and you'll do them loose or do them like as the whole set, which is kind of cool. Okay. So it's nice if again you want to find a neat way to display some of that stuff, or even like there's the more recent Cantina, the one where the figures sort of had that vintage style to it. We've done those both loose and then like with all 4 figures, which is kind of a fun way to display it, right? If you have a favorite, And a lot of that vintage collection stuff, Hasbro doesn't announce production numbers, but from what I understand, talking to some folks, some of those numbers are very low. And someday, when these things are harder to find, I have a feeling that there's a lot of sleeper figures in that stuff that
I can imagine.
Yeah. So
definitely, yeah. And there's characters they won't make again for 15 years.
Well, the Tanaka sisters, right? They only ever made them this one time, right?
Yeah.
Like the canteen is cool, but I bought them for them. I bought the set for them.
So jump back a slide, Sean, or to the one with this one.
Yeah,
so that's from from the new set, right?
Yep.
The Cantina set. Yeah, I thought so. I have the Cantina, just have not opened it.
Same.
Yeah. So, but I have plans for it now. So, but yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah, it's just neat that they're making a lot of these figures that we didn't know we needed, but now we do.
Yeah,
it took them a while to get the rights for those sisters, but I'm glad they finally.
Oh yeah, that was part of the problem.
Yep.
Yes, I forgot about that. Yeah, they did a good job there. Yeah, and so obviously the packaged Pokemon cards you were talking about.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's a custom made package. We do it to sort of mimic how PSA would do it, with a label up top. Even though our label's a little bit small, we have one size label, right? But but it's a neat way of displaying like art cards and stuff. I mean, art has a lot to do with Pokemon, right? So, and these packs, either you rip them or you have them, but you never get to display them. Well, now you can, right? If you want to display them. So
yeah,
it's always fun for me.
And I think with like the craze of Pokemon and stuff, you're starting to see more products that are like more display friendly, like people are doing different styles, like they're extending the card art onto the actual display, so the card just sits in there and looks one big picture and stuff. So it's really cool to see like a set like this, because like I've not seen that before, where you have 3 vintage packs, of each big 3, and side by side like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, we have some Pokemon fans that work for us. So, and we're doing a lot of stuff just because it makes them happy. So
I have a question, and I think I might have missed this when y'all were originally talking about it, but what's the process here on figuring out how it fits into the acrylic? Like, is there some kind of like formula y'all have to use besides, like, I know you said you measure like the depth and the heights and stuff. Like, do y'all create the way this is laid out, or is that something that your customers get to have a part in?
For the most part, we decide. But if customers have a request, we try to honor it, right? So, for a lot of things, we if we've done it before, we try to do it as consistently as possible. But this piece that you're looking at right now, those figures came in baggies. So if the figures was in a baggie, those are going to be, each figure is going to be in an inner case, because obviously you don't want to open the packaging. But these are loose versions of the figures, so now we set them up as if they're loose figures with weapons holders and such. That same piece could be done if it were sealed, just the box itself. There's just different ways that we do it based on how we get the items, and then if customers have a request, we do that. We'll get a lot of it's up on a shelf. I'd grab it, but one day I came across a signed Vanilla Ice trading card, and then I bought a cassette because it was like $6. Then I bought the 12-inch doll because why wouldn't I? And then put that together. Well, we didn't have a Vanilla Ice setup, so I got to have a little bit of input into how we were going to do that, right? And so now we have I have a custom display for it and had some input into it. So customers do get to have some input into how those are done.
Like you said with the rain core, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So,
sorry, with trading cards, you were saying?
Oh no, with trading cards, we're trying to do things with a heads up label to sort of mimic how you would expect to see that, right? With some of the other grading companies, PSA and BGS, that industry is very much, I think, expects that, right? Flat pieces are like cards and comic books. There isn't a lot of room to put a label, so it's usually on top. With toys, we kind of hide the label a little bit to make it so that way the focus is a little bit more on the toy, so you don't see the grades just so much as you would. Yeah. So
that 6-pack. So is that the box itself that came, and then
Yep.
the like a card that was inside?
So it's a catalog. So it's a little
The catalog.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
So, and people love
Very
that. It's all part of the nostalgia, right? That's
Yeah,
how you
yeah.
picked out the things that you found out what was new. It's why I love card backs, because to me, the original line marketing, they marketed it so well. You know, they put all the figures that were available on the back. They challenged you to collect them all, right?
Yeah.
And so when you went to the toy store, even if the figures weren't new, you grabbed them off the shelf and turned it over to see if maybe that card back was revealing new figures that had come out, right?
I do remember that as a kid. Like I remember that with like I think Beast Wars or something. Or,
Yeah.
like maybe Dragon Ball Z figures. I think.
Yeah,
it
they
might
had
have
us.
been, Yeah.
So
I loved looking at that because like I knew like, oh, which ones I need and which one I'm missing. So
Yep.
Yeah.
it was,
It's
you know,
smart.
you didn't need the internet. You just look at the back of the toy and you know what you're missing.
yeah, as kids, we didn't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what was coming out and when it was coming out, right? So the
Right.
surprise was you go to a toy store, not only did you hope to get a toy, but you just wanted to know what you were missing, right?
Yeah.
It was FOMO before FOMO was a thing.
Oh, that's true. That's where it all started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be the biggest thing, you know, and then all of a sudden you see one or two new figures, you're like, oh my gosh, what all came out, you know? And then you turn that
Yeah.
card back over, like, need it. So,
Yeah.
you know. And then you get, you know, some of the figures that were never released, and you're like, well, darn it, you know. And then you find prototypes or something of them later, right? So
Yeah.
See, I remember that with the 1 in 144 scale for Gundam Wing model kits. Like I knew that I had the ones I needed, but I didn't know what else was out there from the series that I was getting. So I had to go back to the toy store. You know, for us that would have been at least a month or two or something like that later. And then you're hoping the display's still there and going through what you might
Man.
have missed. Then you're like, I think I have this one. I think I have this one.
yeah. I as a distinct memory, my first two carded figures were C-3PO and Chewbacca on 21 back cards. And I remember seeing the packaging, flipping them over, and saying, okay, I need to get the rest of these. Like, it just made sense. Like, that's
Yeah,
okay. I
yeah.
have two, you know, so now I need 19 more. Okay.
You
You
could
know?
build the scene.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I didn't, you know, even at the time. So like it was Star Wars was already out, but I was very young. So I had the toys before I saw the movies, and I loved the movies, but I loved the toys more. I remember when I first saw the movies being remarkably disappointed by the fact that you had Darth Vader and Princess Leia and Obi-Wan Kenobi and Tusken Raider, all of whom had capes, none of whom flew. Why would you make a figure with a cape if they don't fly?
That's amazing.
Right? So like my first thoughts for Star Wars as a movie was, well, that's terrible.
And that's incredible.
So, you know, memories, right?
Yeah, I would say I like had the perfect time, and they released the special editions in theater, and I saw them for the first time when I was like 8 or 9.
That's awesome.
So in theater, seeing them for the first, and then I got to see one after the other, basically. So yeah, it was the perfect way to get me hooked.
I
And
don't think. Yeah.
they
Sorry, go
held
ahead.
up, right? They were fun to watch. Even if you like
Yeah,
Star Wars,
yeah.
they held up. So
Yeah.
Well, all right, guys, we are just about done with hour one. For those of you joining us, thank you for making us part of your day. However, you might be watching, listening on your favorite podcast app. Big week coming up next week with the CW Awards. Guys, if we don't have any other questions, let's jump into a little bit of the news.
Just with that Star Wars note, speaking of theaters releases, that OG cut is the 1977 release is going to be in theaters in the new year.
Right.
So I'd
So
be
is that set?
I'd like to
Is
try and
that
do
not a
see
rumor
that.
now?
no, it's happening. It's happening.
Okay.
So
Great.
I'd like to try and catch that
Yeah.
if I could. Yeah. So
I got to take the kid there. I got to start to introduce him to this stuff.
yeah, my kid's 3, so I don't think he would last. Like he can sit for 40-ish minutes, maybe max, and then he kind of gets antsy about like he'll want to get up and do stuff. So I don't think he would last the whole time, especially in like a dark theater. It's just yeah, but I'm sure I can convince my wife to give me an hour.
Start by
2
showing
hours,
him clips.
2 hours to myself.
So, this
Oh,
is what
he
I did-
watches. All he asks now
Yeah.
is, "Show me the walkers. Show me the walkers."
That's awesome.
Yeah, and at
So-
school they're like, "What is he talking about? Like,
The walkers.
like zombies, like The Walking Dead?
know,
He's
the
not watching The Walking
skinwalkers."
Dead at home." I'm like, "No, it's AT-AT walkers from Star Wars." And like, oh, so we like play walkers. He like wraps me up with the spaceships he has, and like I have to fall over. He's like pulls. He's like, so it's fun.
That's
So-
awesome.
Now
for
it's
my
snowing too. We can do it outside. We did it the other day.
Oh,
It's-
that's so cool.
perfect.
That's awesome. So with my son, he is 8 now, but when he was about 3 years old, it was right around when like Marvel was, they were coming up on Infinity War and they were coming up on Endgame and all that kind of stuff. And
Peak, yeah.
yeah, and he would watch me watch Artemis Prime, right? and so I'm sitting there and I'm watching a figure review. And I'm like, oh, okay, I really like this. I like this. And he'd be there looking at it too. So eventually he ended up getting like a couple of figures that I didn't want anymore. And he's like, can I have it? And he's like, I was like, yeah. So first thing he does is grab it and he goes, leg go this much, arm goes this much, because that's how he measured it on Artemis Prime. You know, it goes about this big.
That's
You know?
hilarious.
And he would do that, and he would do his own little like YouTube show. Funny enough, so many years later, he actually has his own YouTube channel. But one day,
That's so funny.
I think he was like 4. We were getting him those. You can find them at like Target and Walmart's, but like the bigger like what is it called? Play school versions of like Iron Man and those guys, right? And one day we caught him in his room and he was displaying them. So he had some older like actual Marvel Legends that I had given him. And then he had those figures, and then he had those really skinny ones. They're like, what are they, like 12 to 13 inches tall and stuff. And one day we just caught him there. He's setting them up. He's displaying them because in my collection room that I had at the time, that's what he would see in there. You know?
Yeah.
And then I knew when I really had him was it was already after Endgame when McDonald's was coming out with all those little bobblehead hero figures, right? He had a ton of those, or I found somebody who had a ton of them and I bought it from them for cheap, right? And his big thing was Ryan's World. So he was like, oh, it's a mystery unboxing. So we made him like mystery packs of these toys and gave him clues around the house. Like, oh, it's over here. It's over there. And, you know, he had to go find it. And then he put them all together and he goes, dun, 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 and then runs it into all his bad guys like they
That's
did on the final
amazing.
battle charge. I was like, yes, this kid's
Awesome.
mine.
That's so great.
That's awesome. Yeah, that to me always, like, those stories are great because, you know, people will often say, you know, will these things hold value? You know, as the generations go, I think so. You know, like
Yeah.
there was a shift towards digital for a little bit, but kids love tangible things. They love
Yep.
to hold things, and you know you can't play with an iPad the same way you can play with a toy. So
And he's
No,
real
for
big.
sure,
He's
yeah.
real big into his iPad and stuff, and he'll play like Roblox and stuff like that, and watch Roblox streamers and things like that. But he always wants like, Dad, can I have a Mr. Beast slab? Because he loves the whole like idea of like the pulling apart the pieces and doing this and then adding that, and it reveals a figure and stuff. And he has a display case in his room. He'll go and display stuff like that. He had a pretty decent Lego collection starting, and then all his friends and him decided to destroy it and stuff. And guess who was the ones who were building it?
yeah,
So, yeah,
fix it.
You
Yeah.
know? So I'm like, no. And
No.
stuff. And he's a big Pokemon fan now too, so he has his own little binder and stuff. So
Collecting is built into us. I swear, it's a guy thing. We just love it. You know,
I think, yeah, definitely it seems to be in that. It's my dad has a train set,
no, it's cool.
and like he records in a spreadsheet how many hours he spends working on it. So like he's very meticulous. But like the amount of actual trains that he has bought, or like rolling stock is also the other word. It's just the amount of it. It's like crazy how much of it he has now. So
What's that?
am I-
What's that train it's I think it's now a train museum, like a toy train museum.
Right.
But it used to be on the Travel Channel all the time, where it's like best this,
Germany?
best that. No, it's here in the States. But
Oh,
this
there's a few
guy,
like miniature lands
yeah.
around the
So this
world.
guy,
Yeah.
he had this one set, and then he built some trees, and then he built some caves, and then he built the what are they called, like the rail yards and things like that, and it turned into a whole like commercial building
Yeah,
full of like a city and mountains and different trains that are going different places and stuff.
And if you
Yeah.
ask him, it all started off with one car, right? I
Oh
just want
yeah,
to,
yeah.
That's always how it is. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, some of these set like because they'll do tours where people will, like let other train enthusiasts look at their layouts they call it, and so people will open their home basically for you to go in and look at. And the one we saw, the guy made a garage like a two-story garage building basically attached to the side of his house just for the train set he had, and it like went up the two floors and traveled between them. And then the other guy had it in like they had this large like house that's very it was like one floor, but it's I don't know the layout, the name, but it's all one floor, and the basement is just as large as the entire layout of the house. So the basement had like 5 decent sized rooms, and it went through all of them, and like one of the rooms was an entire mountainside. It's like it was awesome, but some of the stuff people do with it was incredible.
It's like the Lego movie where the guy has his basement down there with the big Lego city. In my old neighborhood, there was a lady a few houses
that's
away
cool.
from the park who had a Lego city in her house, and
Right.
they were doing a neighborhood garage sale. So I just happened to stop by because it looked like something I'd be into. Like, oh, maybe they're selling figures or something. And I look through the stuff, and then I go, "Oh man, this is awesome!" I'm like, "Are you selling that, or is that?" She goes, "No, this is my hobby. Like, I come in here and I build this and I do that, and every now and then I'll switch up the city and I'll rebuild this tower and this town and stuff.
Mhm.
It's awesome." But
Definitely
all right, guys, let's get into a little bit of the news. We'll kind of fly through it because we are just over an hour now. So we're going to start with the Mezco, with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 1990 box set. This is going to be $350. It's due out, or sorry, it ships July to September of 2026. And I'm real interested in Equan and Badfish, what you guys kind of think about this. I don't, if I was 5-year-old me, I'd love this all day, but I think some people on the Patreon chat, they were talking about the NECA set being good enough.
Yeah,
I
the
would
thing is,
almost-
like,
I think it's almost better, but yeah, go ahead, Equan.
yeah, the thing is, like, these toys are, I mean, yeah, they'll have better articulation, but they're approximately, they're less than $100. I say 90-ish per figure, which is actually less than what they normally go for. But the big thing is NECA already put out their figures, and they actually just re-put them out again. And I thought they hold up, and they're pretty amazing as it is. And they're about what, $38 each. And for me, if I didn't have those, I would buy these. But the thing is, I already have NECA's already done their thing, so it's kind of seems a little redundant to put these figures out again. And on top of that, they don't do the Mezco thing where they like pack it with all these accessories like the other
Right.
TMNT pack. So it's pretty limited on the accessory set. So I mean, also I don't know. I think the NECA ones look better, but go ahead, Badfish.
I think there's definitely a place for it, and I mean turtles. There's every variant of there's so many companies make them, so I understand why they make everyone gets their shot.
Everyone has a Turtles license.
Yeah, so like I think the best looking sculpt, if you go back there, like even here it's okay, but this one, see the the Raphael, sorry, on the left. That's probably like the most, like when I see that, it definitely looks like the movie. The rest of them, I don't feel like they look like the movie.
Yeah, the Donnie
At
and the
all,
Mikey, they look
almost.
off.
Something's not, maybe it's the mouth's too open on them. I don't know what it is. They still look good, like they still are cool, But yeah, if you scroll back through, there's just there is not a great picture, just the lighting. But if you jump back here, like especially like I don't know what's going on with this with
It looks a
little
Donatello's.
awkward.
cartoony or
It's
something.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
very, and they've obviously airbrushed the photos in some, like photoshopped them in some form, but the sculpt itself is still, I don't know, it's weird.
Any of the
It
pictures show
just seems-
packaging? Like, because
That's
there's
what
one thing about
I'm
NECA.
looking for right
Okay.
now.
Because like NECA packaging, like they've had things that come in like pizza boxes that just make it fun, right? So
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm gonna guess, but basically what they do on these 4-pack packaging is they put it in a tin box,
True.
with like
They've
a
done-
tray
yeah.
that holds all the turtles, and then a tray behind them that holds the accessories.
Okay.
Like yeah, in the bubble, like
Yeah.
sort of, yeah.
So it's usually like it'll be like a tin cover. It'll have like some sort of art on it, or just say TMNT on it, and that's really it.
So for all of these, they're going to come with 2 head sculpts, several hands, and their typical weapon, respective to the characters.
There's a lot of hands.
That's one thing Mezco does. Yeah.
Base is really nice. I like that. I like the base.
Very cool. Yeah. How though is there? It's 3 sculpts. Yeah, 3
total
sculpts.
Sculpts.
Okay,
yeah.
that's pretty good. Like I do like the closed mouth ones a lot more.
Yeah.
I will say that the closed mouth of each character all look better. But how do you not? It's a crime. There's no pizza.
There's no pizza.
How do
And
you
they're
make
showing a
turtles?
lot of that
And they
stuff, too.
show pizza. Yeah, a good looking pizza in that.
Look,
like
and
that's one of
that
the best
newspaper
pizzas
would
I've
have
ever
been-
seen.
That newspaper would have been good.
Yeah, where's all the
pizza.
Domino's merch?
right.
Yeah, it doesn't even need to be Domino. It could have been just in the regular, but I agree it should have been. But like NECA did the Domino's impersonation pizzas.
Right.
But I don't know. It still looks good though. Like the
Like you have
the
this
paint
flame
and
here.
and sculpt looks
with-
pretty
I don't know
cool.
if this is a tease, but they might be doing that splinter with
Splinter.
that fire.
Yeah, that's
They've
Oh,
gotta be.
another thing is, they look like NECA. You can't get them to sit like that, so they definitely have better articulation for sure.
100%. Yeah.
So if you're looking for like more dynamic poses, this might be the one for you. But again, I'm okay with the NECA ones. Actually, I think I double or triple dipped in those, to be honest. They keep releasing those, so even now you can still buy them at retail, which is great.
And yeah, like yeah, exactly. And I'm displaying mine more like I'm looking at mine right now. I don't have them in the most dynamic. It's more they're set up as a group around Splinter basically. So I don't need as much articulation per se. And that's what I feel like is the trade-off here. Like they still look good, but the NECA ones look better because they're hiding the articulation so well.
right.
Versus these ones, you can very much see the cuts.
See the
which
joint. Like
it
you
is
can
what
see
it
right
is
here.
there, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like just NECA overall though, like they look so much closer to the movies and like for the price, and I don't know, Mezco's hard to pull the trigger because they do these big pre-orders for multiple, and you only have so much time so it's hard to pull the trigger sometimes. But sorry, Chris, do you have any more?
Yeah.
Do you a turtle collector?
So I'm not a turtle collector, but what I kind of touched on it is I love just like some of the creativity stuff they're doing with the packaging, right? So all of these premium toys look outstanding, and they always will. Like, and it's great, and they listen to us as far as making toys that look good. But I just love when the packaging, because I'm not an opener myself. So I love when the packaging looks kind of cool and it makes you want to buy it because the packaging is neat, right? So the fact that we have a lot of pictures here of this and very little idea of how I would display it had I owned it, it's like, I'd take the NECA one just because of the packaging. So
Yeah, like the Ghostbusters one, it was literally just the Ghostbusters sign on a black tin box. and then you just open it and there's the Ghostbusters. However, I almost bought the release of the 90s Turtles from NECA again just because of the box. They look great uniformly. They have each turtle on the box. It's a window box packaging. You open, you see everything beautifully displayed. That was my only reason. I'm like, do I need this? Do I need to keep buying these? I don't know.
Yes,
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, it's hard. And I had like my original thing, Chris, was I was gonna buy a sealed Black Series. I bought doubles of almost everyone for like up to like 80 the 80s in when they repackaged them black and red.
Mm-hmm.
And I was gonna open one and display the figure in front of the sealed package, but that just never happened.
Yeah, you run out of space, but
exactly, it's quick.
I just like the fact that when packaging is attractive, so goes
for
back
sure,
to nostalgia, right? Going back to the toy aisle and seeing like you fell in love with like the packaging. That's what you see first, right? And then you know you get into the toy, and sometimes, especially with some of these older toys, the packaging made it look a lot better than it really was. So
yeah. So for your Black Series, you just display them then like facing out then especially if they're signed.
yeah, they're signed. So facing out, and I usually try to. You can't always get the celebrity to choose, but I'm more of a toy person, so I like to like on the red box stuff. I like to actually have them sign on the actual box and not the window because I like to be able to see the figure.
Yeah.
You know,
For sure.
I love the toy. I'm more of the toy person than I am, you know, than the movie person. So I like to see the actual toy itself.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Again, this is going to be $350 due out September of 2026.
Real go to the first picture.
The first one?
Or is it the first picture? That one, yeah. The Leo in the back, those arms, like the shoulders just look so funny. They actually had to turn it like completely backwards to do the pose. Anyways, I just can't help myself. I had to point that out. Yeah, go ahead, Sean.
So the only thing we have for SH Figure Arts is a figure we've talked about a couple times already, but it looks like we got some stats on it as far as prices and release dates. It is the Super Saiyan. Equan, you say it. Jin Kid Mastery.
Yeah, I want you to say it. You
no, definitely not. No, definitely not.
I'll try. Where is it? Let me look.
It's on the show sheet.
I'm looking.
I can't see it.
Gen Kidamatsuri. Gen Kidamatsuri. That's not bad.
Perfect.
Good for you.
All right, yeah, this is the manga. See, I can't say that though.
Yeah. So
I love the color scheme though. Yeah.
This will be available for pre-order during the Dragon Ball event on January 25th, 2026. It's going to be about 8,000 yen. 8,800 yen, or about $57 USD. And I'm guessing we would see a little bit more increased price on that.
Yeah, it's one of those things that might get on P Bandai. Right now, it's limited to like outside the US. But this is one of those where like I'm probably not going to take it out of the package and just keep it sealed. To be honest.
White hair is just so.
It's the comic. I guess colors, and basically this time they actually colored in all the blood in the battle damage, which is unique. They don't really do that, so
okay, cool.
I definitely need to get this figure.
Torn pants look sweet.
Price point, you really can't go wrong if it's even $60-$65, right? I mean, for something with that level of detail, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like the stand too, the 40th.
Yeah, right now they're in their 40th anniversary. They did like reissues of like the high demanded figures. They're like, celebrating a bunch of 40th anniversary stuff. So this is definitely one to get if you're a Dragon Ball fan. But yeah.
The eyes, like they just look so good now that like some of the cell shaded stuff they can do, like I've talked about with the NECA turtles, and some of the cell shaded figures look so good now.
Yeah.
We actually graded a handful of these for Big Bad Toy Store, and
I'll
say that SH Fig Arts has the best mint packaging right out of the case, right? So like so many things come damaged in other ways, but their stuff was the mintest of all of them. So it's actually kind of one of the, if you want to give props to a company for taking care of their products when they ship them.
I do have only a couple, and yeah, I do remember them being like very
Yeah.
crispy. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think I have one that's not, because they also come in that brown shipper encasing box, which really helps out the figure. So
Yeah.
if I buy one, I always make sure it comes with that. But yeah, the thing is, like, it's hard to display. Like, do I display it out? Like, do I display the brown shipper box next to the
No.
art box? Like, what do I do with this? Yeah.
But you
So-
can't throw it away, but you don't want to display it
No,
with
I
it, right?
can't throw it away. Yeah, no. Like that, even for my hot toys, I can't throw away the brown shipper box. I don't know. It's just how I am, I guess. But yeah, it's one of
So,
these
Chris,
I gotta display.
let's talk about that really quick. You had mentioned earlier about y'all's relationship with BBTS.
Yeah, that's actually really kind of fun, right? So, it's a project I can't really go into the segue, sort of the segue project, but we reached out to them about a concept, and they had actually talked about wanting to work with us, and they had looked into possibly doing a relationship with our competitor and then with us, and we sort of won the day with that, right? But so now if you guys do buy from them, you know that they're really kind of famous for their collector grade stuff, right? So for a few
Right.
dollars more, you can get something that's in really nice shape, which is really, from a collector standpoint, we love that, right? Like, you're not you're not going to find this stuff at Walmart or Target, but you know that if you buy them online from Walmart or Target, that they're going to come
Who
in
knows?
whatever
You're
condition
right.
they ship
Oh
them
my
in, right?
goodness!
It's
Bubble
embarrassing.
shipper.
Yeah,
Getting
here's a 12
PVC
by
from
12.
Walmart. Oh my gosh!
Right, it's terrible.
That's an
So like,
opener.
so
Yeah.
they have this collector grade series stuff, and they've been doing well with that. And they thought, well, what about like if you take that to the next level and offered graded uncirculated, right? So uncirculated is an agent of CAS has to open the case, and it never hits retail, right? And they want to sell, they're aiming for 90 or better, and so their thought is that they're going to put a limit on how many pieces they're going to offer. Let's just say 25. That's going to be 90 or better. They have, dozens of cases to find the mint ones. And the nice thing about them is they are known for downgrading if the mint stuff doesn't exist, right? So it's not like, well, they'll find the 90s. They won't. If those figures aren't mint, then they're just going to refund you your money and give you the opportunity to buy something, in a lower grade if you want it. But now you have the ability to buy things directly from the case, directly into acrylic, and have them uncirculated, which is not an opportunity you typically have with anything that you're going to see, on the store or at retail, right? So, sort of the absolute best of the best. And
That's interesting. Yeah.
they want to do it for all sorts of product lines. Different people obviously collect different things. They sent us like some sampling stuff here. So they sent us some Dragon Ball Z, SH Fig Arts, a bunch of different, Motu stuff, Star Wars, both Black Series, Vintage Collection, Transformers. So it's going to kind of go through a lot of product lines, and just basically gives collectors the opportunity for people that are packaged. I'm a packaged guy, to have the absolute best of something, hand-picked. So it's kind of exciting, and we're excited to be a
that's
part of
cool.
it, right?
And
I
if
have
you
to
want to
visit.
do it with like a specific, if you've never really had, like for me, it would be attractive because the process of sending something in and waiting for it to come back is kind of daunting in a way. Just like
Yeah.
the idea of even just getting it out there and like being able to do it all in one swoop, just buy it, comes to you ready to go, is interesting. If you had like a specific character and a specific release, hey, if I can get that in acrylic, just this like say a Boba Fett or whatever would be like a particular one. I would probably like say they do a new TVC one. I'd be like, you know what, I'm gonna spend a little bit extra and get it and have like one of those at least.
Yep. You're not paying for shipping there. You're not paying for shipping back.
Exactly.
Right? It's coming direct
huge,
from
yeah.
Big Bad, already pre-graded, already mint. And you talk a little bit about your collecting journey with Power of the Force 2. I was there, right? You buy this stuff mint, but then you move out of your house and you end up in an apartment, then you move into a house, then you get divorced and it goes in the attic and it goes to all these places. And these things are no longer stay mint, right? I have Power of the Force stuff too that I bought in 1995 and they're not mint. So if you want your collection to stay mint, if you want to protect the investment, the idea is you take care of it at the point of purchase, right?
Right.
So, some of these things that are low production or, cool or neat, if your intention is to preserve and protect them and to keep them for a long time, your best just to do it as soon as possible. They'll never be more mint than when you buy them.
Yeah, and now it's just one of the new options on like the grading options when you pick a figure kind of thing.
Yes.
Yep. So you
They have-
can upgrade to a graded version of that, graded 90 uncirculated. So
Yes.
Very cool.
And Big Bag has I put in the chat, but there's a direct link that goes to the CS graded encased figures of what they have available as well. If you want to go through and click what IP you want to look through, there's more.
Yeah, I
coming.
was just doing that. Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, you could do that really. And again, like they have their their regular mint. They got their Mint Pro. I got a couple Mint Pro. They came in flawlessly with the SH figure arts.
yeah.
And they can go another level, a step above, and have it graded. So yeah,
That's cool.
Looks like there's more coming. Yeah.
Well, and you think about you were talking about those turtles, right? They're not inexpensive, right?
Yeah.
And so it becomes, whether we want to call it or not, I mean, it's not. They're a lot more fun than buying crypto or getting into a
Definitely.
mutual fund, right? But they kind of become an investment. Like my vintage Star Wars collection, if I were to sell it, which I'm not, could pay like off a mortgage, right? and if you look at what some of these vintage collection things are selling for, Lego minifigures, Lego kits, some of them are worth a lot of money, and protecting that investment, there's some wisdom in that, right? So and people are buying them. Like we just got the Lego Death Star set, right? Somebody sent that in to get that graded.
Oh, no way.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It weighs a ton. It weighs a ton. So
That's amazing.
So it's fun, but that's $1,000 piece. Somebody invested $1,000 in that, right? And they have no intention of building that kit, but it's a black box, and that box is gonna, end up in a closet somewhere. Well, if it ends up in a closet and it's an acrylic, it's gonna stay mint. If it ends up in a closet and your next purchases go on top of it, and your socks fall on top of it and all the other stuff, eventually it's not as mint as when you bought it, right? And this is investment level purchasing here.
Especially with that Lego, yeah.
Yeah. That was hilarious that it has a hot tub stormtrooper. On top.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Legos, they always go up in value. That's something you can always rely on for now.
Yep.
I've passed on. I only have some space Lego. That's it. But those I'm gonna have to open. That's the problem. But even open some of them, as long as you have all the parts in the bag with the thing
And the
with the
minifigures.
manual, you're pretty
The
much
minifigures
good.
are.
Yeah, they're very
True.
collectible in and of themselves.
Some of the sets I have though only have I think the only set I have that actually has minifigs is the Saturn V, like the astronauts.
The little
Everything
blue
else
and
I
yellow
bought.
and
Actually maybe the Moonlander too, but everything else is like so big there's no minifigs with it.
really.
Yeah, there's I bought like the ISS. There's no minifigs for the ISS fund. But either way, the space sets are fun, but and they seem to hold their value still. So that's what I've stuck to so far, as much as I want the Star Wars ones.
So far.
Yeah.
Only takes one.
All right, guys. So moving on, we have Marvel Legends. This is the Spider-Man Marvel Legends series Lizard comic book collectible 6-inch scale action figure. It is an Amazon exclusive. It is going to be $40, $39.99. Due out May 1st of next year, 2026. And I think it looks good.
Cool.
It was this one kind of like I didn't like so much.
don't
But
like
it's
the
kind of
red
growing on me. But I think this looks really. I think I like the tatterness on the jacket and stuff. It looks really good there.
Yeah.
Just get a head sculpt, and
So
then of course
overdue.
the tail.
People have been waiting for a lizard ever since that last Walmart exclusive one, the retro carded one. I don't know if you have that, bad fish, but
Unfortunately, I didn't get that one.
That one was
I'm
hard to
still
get.
considering it. I might just try grab it loose somewhere because I open a lot of the Marvel Legends. I'm just displaying them, and the retro ones like
yeah,
I'm
tail looks
considering.
terrible.
Yeah,
the
I
tail.
was just
Oh, I
gonna
didn't
say
see
that.
That one's different.
Oh.
Man,
Look at that.
It's got 2 points of articulation you don't want.
That's
Go back to the
terrible.
last picture. Like it looks like almost it does look
Oh
like
my god, that is bad. That is really bad.
They did tails better back before that. I don't know why they switched to this because they have the old bendy wire tails.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The bendy wire, and that's what exactly you would have needed for this figure.
Yeah,
I mean,
And the
how much
head
he
is-
uses his tail, right?
right. And the head is very Velociraptor-esque, especially from some of the angles.
Yeah.
very dinosaur like. Yeah,
Yeah.
Honestly, this is a pass then, Equan, with that tail and I'm looking at the
get
retro
the retro
one.
carded one.
The
That
retro one's
amazing.
so much
Yeah.
better.
Yeah,
Plus, if you get it from Amazon, it's going to come like somebody sat on it, right? So like,
Exactly.
it's
Yeah.
lose in every direction.
it'll
on
get
it.
shipped in one of those poly bags with no packaging.
Yeah.
All the corners are gonna get dented.
Oh man, yeah.
It's gonna
I
be
bought
in
it
a
from
box the size of a-
Amazon.
Yep. A box the size of a Buick and like one thing of bubble wrap in it. It makes no sense.
Yeah,
It's just totally like I've had TVC's like completely crushed basically.
I still have PTSD. I wake up in cold sweats from the Walmarts where they have Walmart exclusive TVCs and they come in those bags.
Oh no.
Cards are like bent in half. The plastic has a
Walmart,
crack
yeah,
in
it's
it.
bad.
I'm like,
I find it
what are we doing
hilarious.
here?
I kind of find it hilarious with Walmart and their whole collectors thing that they like to do. I'm like, yeah, you have the product, but one, you can't rarely find it in the store, and then when you ship it to me, it's all beat up anyway.
Or they'll shove two, like for me I think I had it where they shoved figures in a box that it didn't fit. They just bent the card and put it in there
Yeah.
anyways.
Yep.
Blasphemy.
I've had that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So annoying. Yeah, Walmart and Amazon. Walmart though has been my worst shipping
Walmart is by far the
experiences
worst,
for figures. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they just
Target's
and-
pretty good about it.
So perpendicular to that, Big Bad Toy Store actually has a machine that makes a box that's perfect, that makes perfect size for each of their figures with just padding around it, right? So literally,
I was wondering how
That's
they do
how
that.
they
Yeah.
do that.
Dude, I visited their facility. I worked in a previous life. I worked for a company that manufactured diesel engines for semi trucks, and it was outstanding, right, from a manufacturing standpoint. Their warehouse for toy people is like a mecca. Like
I'm so curious how
Amazing.
because they're like one of obviously the biggest players in the game, and it just blows my mind how logistically they get things to work.
you
would be
you would be amazed. It's way better than you could ever imagine. Way better than you could ever imagine. They have like these
That's so cool.
These robots that do like to help do picks. They have people that are picking things from multiple orders as you're going up and down aisles. They have multiple machines that make boxes very, very specific, so that they measure the boxes when they come in, so they know what that box will be with foam around it and the box, and how many things could fit in a particular box, and they have different lines depending on how many pieces are in there. It is
Right,
the logistics.
That's
is
quality right
outstanding.
there.
Okay,
Every time
here's
I get a pile of loot every time. It's the most random assortment of things. And the box is always the perfect size.
Yep.
Somehow every part is protected and I don't
It
get
was launched-
anything damaged.
The company was launched by a collector.
yeah,
I'm like-
exactly. Yeah.
I'm like,
And when you
this
have
is-
that
yeah.
philosophy, you take and I've talked to a lot of their staff, and that attitude towards protecting these pieces that sometimes aren't very expensive, but they have that level of care. You're like, man,
Because to someone it's not necessarily valuable on the market per se, but I would look
The
at
emotional
Black Series.
worth.
I would look at Black Series and compare like the paint jobs on them for like 20 minutes sometimes at one. Like people, even though it's a $20 figure at the time or 30 or whatever at the time,
we still
yeah,
care.
Then
exactly.
someone's like,
People
"You
still
gonna come-
care.
Are you gonna buy that?
So here's
Yes,
the
I'm gonna
biggest
buy one of
mystery.
them.
I don't know if you can reveal this. Do they just have a crazy deal? How the hell do they do $4 shipping on all this stuff?
They have deals worked out with these distributors. They ship
That's
a
what I
lot.
figured.
They
That's
ship
what I
a lot.
figured. It's just massive amounts. Okay.
Yeah, and I think it's a
Great,
little bit of a
yeah.
loss leader.
All right. Yeah,
I don't know
makes
the
sense.
specifics. Like, I don't look at the books, but like their pride in packing and being able to bring people, because I think they even have like $8 to Canada, right? I mean, with even after all the tariffs and stuff, right?
That I think is true on a good chunk of stuff. More recently, they've actually reduced it because before it used to be per, but then I went recently to get something that was a lot cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
mean,
that's
it's great because with the tariffs and stuff, it's tough to get things, even though Canada's just right across. I'm from like near Detroit, right? Like you can see
Yeah.
it, but getting something there, the logistics are a little bit more.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's always the biggest mystery about BBTS. Like, how the heck are they shipping this for $4?
Volume.
But yeah.
And
So there
obviously,
you go, volume.
the box of loot helps them, right? So you put if you do like the loot stuff, then you're doing multiple.
It's
pieces
helping
in
them,
one, right? So
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And that's very popular, obviously.
yes,
All right,
until your wife finds the box, but
Hey, you can
he's had that many times.
Hey, you can. I always say it's at least it's not all gambled away. I can still sell some of it.
right,
I
exactly.
can get it back, some of it.
Yeah.
And then you get
Some of it's
so when are
staying,
you
though.
selling it? Yeah,
Warning
when
you,
are
some
you
of it is
selling
staying.
The next one we got is the Marvel Legends series, the Amazing Spider-Man No Way Home collectible 6-inch figure. This is going to be $30, $29.99, due out February 1st of 2026.
Dang, 40.
Super basic.
With
You
two
get
hands.
it looks
Andrew
like you get the
Garfield
raised
head.
lines.
Yeah.
And then
They've
should be
already
in every
done this,
Spider-Man.
right? But
Just-
this is just new
just a
articulation.
hand.
Yeah, but they took out the Andrew Garfield head.
Yeah.
They used
So
to
the
have
articulation's the
Andrew Garfield
same,
head.
even.
Yeah, I mean it's this No Way Home
Yeah. It's this package.
figure. Remember they had the No Way Home line with
Yeah, of course.
Toby, Andrew, and
Yep.
all the Spider-Man.
This is just like a reissue of it. They
yeah,
didn't
it's
improve
basically
it. Oh, I thought they
this
changed
box is basically the reissue box.
Oh, yeah.
all
I've
their
seen this,
reissue
yeah.
boxes are like this, which is commonly Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Captain America.
It's like their
which you
archive
see-
collection.
Yeah,
Kind of.
those things
Yeah,
are like
that's-
clogging up the Walmart pegs.
That's a $24.99 figure.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought they improved articulation or something, but I didn't know it was $40 either.
No
Yeah.
build a figure, no heads. Yeah.
Oh, that's rough.
There
yeah.
it needs more
Spider-Man
hands
tax.
minimum. Come on, like do the two open palm hands, 2 fists, 2 thwip hands at least minimum.
This is rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spider-Man tax, but too much Spider-Man tax.
Eesh.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, and is he part of a line? I mean, because that's a standard size box. That's the Black Series GI Joe classified
Yeah.
size, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
are they all 40? Like anything that comes with
Tights.
it?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh god.
yeah, this is like it's not a line. They just put out like a single box of this is like
Every-
this is
yeah,
kind of like
cherry
their
pick
greatest
'em.
hits figures,
Okay.
and they'll just cherry pick random ones to
Yeah.
sell to like Walmart to stuff their pegs with.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, and then the last thing we have from Marvel Legends is the Marvel Legends series Red She-Hulk. This is going to be $27.99, due out April 1st of 2026.
Comes with Raphael's size.
Yeah.
It's the repaint of the green one.
Yep.
Like the torn pants is all the same. They just repainted it red. Put a strap on the front on the chest, and put a head, and that's really it.
I love the hair
And
though.
Hair. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
the
redo,
what's up
but
hair
yeah.
is the She-Hulk. Same. They just did the red and yeah.
So about
Looks good though.
$2 cheaper, you get an extra head sculpt. You get 2 hands or 4 hands, 4 extra hands, and the weapons compared to the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's been a
Even
while
that's
since I put
still
a She-Hulk
pricey,
figure.
but...
Yeah.
Last time it was like 2015. It's been a while.
Oh no, it's did you say 27?
It's 27?
The She-Hulk is $27.99, so it's almost
Yeah.
$13 or $12 cheaper. Yeah, okay.
They didn't put
Sorry.
out She-Hulk figures when they had the The Disney Plus series? Nothing at all.
Oh no, I mean they didn't put a
few, yeah.
they for the
For the they have there's a
show.
She-Hulk.
They're
There's a
positive
show,
they did, didn't
the Disney Plus show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they
Didn't
would.
they?
I don't. I know they put the comic She-Hulk out. I don't remember if they put the show one out. But it's been a while for the Red She-Hulk. For
No,
sure.
I think
Yeah.
you're right. I think you're right. I don't think they did do a show.
Yeah, I would have remembered that.
Oh, I thought they
I
did.
guess.
Either way.
Bet you would.
Yeah. I mean, it's better at that price
This is
point.
cool though.
At least.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So-
for sure.
Yeah.
Much
All right,
better.
Badfish. What do you got for me on this in art?
I
Is
mean,
this for the?
no, this is new.
Yeah.
This is this is newly announced this week. This is
Oh, is
InArt
this
112th. They've maybe changed their name 3 times. What was it, Morphig and something like that? But now I guess they're officially going with InArt 112th. But this is our
The art.
Batman Arkham Origins, and this is unfortunately my least favorite of the games. This is the only one I think I haven't finished is Origins.
It wasn't
the
done by
others I've-
Rocksteady. So,
Yeah. Now that it was still fun, but I did just never finished it. But sorry, this is pre-orders are open tomorrow, December 12th, and coming out Q3 of next year, 2026. And North America, it's going to have to be imported, but it's going to be available in other places if you're listening around the world. China, mainland, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, Europe, Middle East, Africa, South Korea, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Taiwan, Thailand, Vietnam, India, and Hong Kong, SAR, special area region or something. But yeah, so we're also going to get canceled by China for saying Taiwan. But more basically, it's this thing looks
great.
incredible. Like
Would you
they're
say
hiding
better-
the
Better than
articulation so well.
than the last one.
Possibly, man. So
'Cause,
there's
I
two.
mean, even the head sculpt looks more full. I know it was like a different Batman, right? Because theirs was a movie Batman, right? It was the
Yeah,
Batman.
this is the Origins one is a
This-
thicker Batman.
right.
Yeah.
This is really nice.
Look at how good the beard looks, because they did like they pockmarked it kind of or whatever. They
Yeah.
put like some rough plastic there.
Yeah, instead of
And
painting
if you
it,
go
they-
back,
yeah.
sorry, there, where you can barely see the joint and inside the armpit even.
Like right here.
No, on his right. He's got his arm all the way
No,
extended
Oh,
on
out.
the
sorry.
right
we're looking
photo?
at this
Yeah.
one. My
You
fault.
can barely see the joint under there.
Yeah, you'd really have to pull the arm up to see the joint.
And look how
like how
articulated
high
this
it
thing
goes.
is. That's what I'm saying. Look at some of these poses. I tried to put some stuff. The poses in this thing are really good. He's got the
That's a good stance right there.
yeah, he's got the
Walking stance.
the classic fist punching the ground as well. He can do the like superhero land pose. There, that one. So like, man, it comes with a wired cape, 2 head sculpts. There's an angry and calm. Interchangeable, there's 10 hands. I won't go through all the types. Battering, holding hands as well. Sequencer holding hands, gun holding hands. So, oh, sorry, they're specific to individual items. Sorry. So it comes with the explosive gel gun, bat claw, battering, the cryptographic sequencer, which is like a mini computer, bat claw cable, and disruptor. I forget what the disruptor is, and the base.
So-
Base with stand. Sorry.
I'm guessing articulation wise, this would feel like when you're moving the joints around, it would feel like a probably a Mezco. Between
Yeah,
a Mezco and an
I don't
SH
know.
Figure Arts.
It'll have more articulations of a Mezco for sure, because it's not restricted by the fabric. So
That's true.
yeah,
So it doesn't get U.S. distribution. Do they have any idea what they think it'll cost here?
What? How much was the last one?
Let's see, the last one was
60?
75 for the deluxe.
75. Yeah.
That's not
And
bad.
that was the,
That's a good price.
so-
The price is insane for all the stuff you're getting and the quality. Like,
on those third-party sites, the Catwoman was 83, the Anne Hathaway
Okay.
one. So it's probably going to hover around 75, 80, to be honest.
and it could be even maybe a little less. They're not paying for a likeness
Oh yeah, that's true.
right? So
Yeah,
it's a video game versus playing for Christian Bale and Anne Hathaway's likeness.
yeah.
I can't imagine that isn't costing
But they're
an
killing it.
insignificant amount.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
what
this
was
is a
hilarious.
line.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of this line before, but boy, it's impressive. It really is impressive.
Yeah, so these guys originally did statues. They were it's Queen Studios.
Right.
Then they came into the 1/6 scale game, and they've really kind of they're a little slow with production. They've had their hiccups as a new company, but
Sure.
overall the product speaks for itself. There's been maybe one that people kind of was it the It figure that was kind of even that was incredible, but there's
Yeah.
one
Honestly,
or two that people weren't that impressed with, but everything else is just pretty
Wasn't the
much-
big one that everyone loved was the Joker?
I mean, the Joker was the first
yeah.
one that they
It
did.
was their
Then
first
they did.
one.
They've done Gandalf. They've done Aragorn.
Right,
They just released Legolas.
Yeah.
So Lord of the Rings. They've done Harry Potter stuff. The Harry Potter is probably one of the ones I think is the most mixed. The Harry Potter line, with the way it came out. But basically, they're very high quality, and now they're coming into the 1/12 scale line, and this is their third figure. Sorry. They've done Christian Bale Batman, Catwoman from that as well, and now this Batman I think is the third one, right? So the price point, everyone was wondering, are they going to hit a good price point? Because in-art 1/6 are generally on the high, more expensive than Hot Toys, which are like the kind of the Hasbro of the 1/6 scale world. And in-art just coming in with this price point and the quality, they've just blown people away with this. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when you get to a point where like you look at the Marvel Legends, which I actually do like them, but those are toys, right? And so when you're like in the $24 to $30 price point, that's great. This is more statue like, right? This is a lot more, and that sub 100, I love it.
for an import, basically too.
Yeah.
So it hasn't really permeated your sphere yet.
No, we're sort of downstream. So like people get them, love them, then decide they want to preserve them. So we see things typically later. Although now with the whole big bad relationship, we'll probably be seeing things like right as they come out. So we'll be seeing things a little bit more. People have to decide they want to grade and preserve. So usually the things we get, if it's something that's not a mainstream line, you may see them, things from like 2013, 2014, cool stuff from then that people decided, okay, wait, I can't find these anymore. I can't replace them. They need to stay mint. I think that's going to change with Big Bad, because if this has again, I don't see packaging on this, but if the packaging is nice and people want to keep it, it'll never be more mint than now, right? So you get it, you package it,
I can't remember how the Batman was. I think it was like
It was basically a the in-art silver box.
Yeah,
It was
with
in
a
one of
cardboard
those.
sleeve.
And then they took we take out the box. It was like a standard box. You couldn't really see the figure until they actually opened it.
Yeah, that's I thought.
So there's a
And it was in a
bubble.
tray. It was like
The tray,
regular flat black square box. Really, that's what it was.
Yeah, they lose points on packaging then.
Yeah.
I love to be
Yeah,
able
a
to
little
see
bit,
like
yeah.
from everybody has their own thing. I love packaging, so I get a lot of extra points when the packaging looks outstanding. So
My favorite is the window box packaging. You open it, you can see the figure, all the accessories, nice artwork on the side.
right.
Yeah.
At least, so I don't know.
Yeah, like getting back to NECA, the NECA cartoon, like I opened those recently and I still haven't thrown the box out. I know I'm going to, but it's like it's so hard to just throw the boxes out.
Yeah.
But I've already opened them, so.
Well,
but,
then NECA had those turtles that were in the pizza boxes, and the pizza boxes,
Yeah.
I swear, had a faint smell of pizza. Maybe it was like you
They
pull
sprayed
one out. And why not, right? Like, just I don't know. When it catches your eye, that's the whole point, right? That's how you get drawn in, right?
I
So-
have that set actually. Yeah,
I
that's
love
funny.
that set. I'm not even a turtle guy, and I love that set.
Yeah.
So very,
I'll
very
have to
cool.
see it. Could you do me a favor, Sean? Scroll up a bit. I just want to look at the first pick. Actually, the second pick. Sorry. This one, like, look how good that stubble and stuff looks.
Yep.
And then and hiding the wrist articulation. But look how well the cape's integrated here. And then you can see it in the next photo, how well the cape's integrated. Man, they did a good job on this. I again, not my favorite game. This is
That's a
tempting.
nice figure.
If it's $60, man, god damn, would really consider this.
Yeah.
Anyways,
probably
cool
gonna-
armored Batman.
$20
And-
more than the Marvel Legends Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
That's
Imagine
hilarious.
When you-
that.
Yeah, when you ratio that stuff out, right? I mean, you get a lot for that money.
$10 more for the more than the maximum Spider-Man.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, yeah.
Not even the same thing.
Has that been graded? The maximum?
No, we do
That's
get a
good.
lot of Marvel Legends stuff, and that we're doing a lot more of that Hasbro stuff that as it comes out.
Yeah.
We see, like I said, usually like we're a couple years behind because people they need to, something needs to become valuable to decide to do it, right? Or
That's still on
signed, right?
store shelves right now. So
Yeah, so
Yeah.
or we'll get a lot of stuff that's like signed by Stan Lee for when he was still around, right? So you get
Makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah. So that's where we see some of the stuff that isn't particularly valuable, but because of the autograph it is. So
yeah.
Awesome.
All right,
Yay.
guys. So we got the 2025 CW awards. Again, if you haven't voted yet, get it in. Here's your QR code.
I'll put it in the
Equan-
chat again.
Yeah, Equan put it in the chat a little bit earlier, and then we'll post it here again. And right now we're going to go over some of these categories. So we have most improved, we have best overall, best under 35, which I feel like best under 35 is starting to get a little bit difficult with some of the stuff that's getting dropped and the prices that we're seeing now and stuff.
The Marvel Legends can't even make it.
Yeah, Marvel Legends can't even make it now.
I know, it's crazy.
Best 1/12, best non-traditional, best third party, best portrait, best 1/6, and then the figure of the year. This year we have the community member of the year and the host of the year, which good old Billy Badfish was a recipient of that last year, right?
A community member, yeah, before I was for the, so
Yep.
I got snubbed on host of the year. You hate to see it. No, just kidding.
Well, you only have
no.
like
See
one
what it
Canadian
does
on
to
there
you?
per year.
I was,
Jolted.
that's, there's already a Canadian on there. You can't have another. And I have barely been on the main show since summer because we've just
Jolted
been
into
so
fame.
busy since summer and then fall leading into Halloween. So, but I'm going to be on the award show next week, come hell or high water. But yeah, I put the link in the chat as well. Get your votes in. Your vote matters. We had a bunch of nominations this year. So get your votes in there. Last year, some of them were decided by a single vote. So
Yes,
your vote
yes, they were.
does matter. And I'll never forget, Fern, what you did.
We all know.
Go back,
if you know,
go
you
back
know.
and watch last
Yeah,
year's.
if you know, you know. Watch last
Yeah.
year's show. My God, it was chaos. I think this year will be a little less chaotic, but
Yeah.
Because they're
Yeah.
cutting him from the show.
no, I think there's just maybe a less. There's no jokers. That's
There's
all.
less
Thank
Jokers.
God.
Joker's not going to win everything this time.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Which was
so
partially
we'll go
Inart's
over.
fault. Was that?
Oh well, no.
No,
It's just I think it's they finally chilled a little bit, even though they're still
Yeah.
making so many of them. None really came out this year. They're all just announced. Sorry, my
guys.
cat's tripping out.
Oh, I thought that was your baby firm, and I was like,
No, it's my cat wants me to go like give her moist food, but we don't give her moist food after a certain time because she gets sick
You know.
after
Look,
she eats it
you know
sometimes.
this.
So yeah,
Let's,
we're gonna only cover
each-
best under 35 and best 1/12
Right.
tonight.
Okay, so Jada Toys,
Blanca.
Blanca.
We'll do these
Blanca?
quickly. We'll do
Okay,
these
yeah.
quickly as well.
the ROM Space Knight. This was a really nice figure. Like when I saw it in person, I was like, this is, it was so good. I wish they would make different versions of this because like in the stories, like how they go into Space Knights and everything like that. It's such a cool storyline. You got the Superman, the Silver Age version from McFarlane Toys. You got the Daredevil, the newer Daredevil. This one was actually a really nice figure as well from Hasbro. You got the Superman and Knuckles from Jack's Specific. And what did you guys think? What did y'all vote for? What's your pick?
Blanca's my easy pick. how much figure you get, and
Dude,
Yeah.
the Jada Street Fighter line,
they're too
I
good.
love
They're
it.
killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So we actually
amazing.
just did these also for Big Bad. So I got the packaging is sort of
See?
like set up like an arcade game, right?
Exactly, yes.
I mean, again,
Yeah.
you had me at hello, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you got. Yeah. Honestly, they're hitting a lot of the ticking a lot of the boxes. Sorry.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
That
No pun
first,
intended.
That first run was pretty amazing.
Yeah. They're almost done with the line, but I mean, well, the Street Fighter 2 line, but man, that they had me at that packaging. It was great.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Your second fiddle. You're all playing for second fiddle here.
Yeah.
All right, and then the I'm sorry, best 1/12 here. We got the Daredevil from Hasbro. We got the Batman from InArt. We got the Maximum Spider-Man, which I'm sure Zach is just.
I don't know
spamming
how
that.
this got in here.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we had shows about this one figure.
Yeah. Oh
So
my god. You
controversial
should go
as
back
he
and watch
was.
that one, Chris. That one was.
Okay.
That's probably the one to watch.
Not argue.
We should have
but
the show of the year. It's probably.
Yeah, it was quite the debate. Like we had
Oh,
two.
man.
Yeah, we had a good few. Yeah.
We can
this
be
thing-
passionate about our opinions on our little plastic men, right? So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we don't
It was
hold back on
entertaining to watch.
CW. Yeah.
Oh, Zach was.
Yeah.
He was more than bought it. He probably helped produce it.
I think so. Yeah.
there's a market on it, right?
He marketed it. He's bought multiples of it.
Yep. And then he spammed the spreadsheet for the awards and
Burner accounts.
voted. Yep.
Yep.
If that thing wins, I'm gonna be very upset.
Oh my god, no.
Okay,
Rage
so
quit. I'm out of here.
let's go back. There's the InArt Batman, Chris.
Yes.
If you go back, that's
Yeah.
what their first release. And
Okay.
again, you can. I think it's just a little
Okay,
harder to hide the
but-
joints here, but still, like, look at this.
Looking at this figure
Yeah.
compared to the Arkham one, though, the Arkham has it.
Yeah.
Also,
I think-
Zach, this is the most potato level photo. This is InArt,
It's so
anti-InArt.
grainy.
Yeah, this is Zach trying to again stuff the ballot box.
Yep.
Give InArt the least chance possible because he doesn't like that him and his
Compared to that,
pants
right?
pinned.
I mean, look,
Yeah.
look up
Yeah.
close.
Yeah, look,
High quality
crispy, high
You
quality
can see
photo.
the shine on the mask.
Meanwhile,
I mean,
InArt, he's had his gripes with InArt. Clearly, we can see that he's had
Yes.
a favorite.
Grainy.
That picture was
Like-
taken with a Nokia for sure. That was like,
Yes.
The light hitting
My
hitting
God.
his chin and his face makes it look.
Before you vote, people look at better pictures than Zach has provided
Please,
here, ladies
please
and gentlemen.
do your research in any
Yes,
type of
thank
voting
you.
you do.
Oh, there's some bias in how they display these for sure. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm voting. I voted InArt. I
did-
actually
I
took
did too.
I actually noted everything I voted this year. Finally, so I know what I
InArt
voted
has-
for.
yeah.
Come. Yeah.
Definitely in art.
All
I know
so
who
then
voted for
you
these.
had you had the Emma Frost from the '97 version
That-
from
a
Hasbro.
great
I like
figure.
it, but
Yeah, it looks
okay. That the cable is probably the closest. This has got to be second, right?
This is really nice.
I don't
Cable
know.
from
I feel like-
'97.
Emma's
Sorry,
pretty
Sean, yeah,
popular, but
talking over you.
Yeah. This is what their wave 3 of X-Men 97. Man, I can't wait for the second season, but yeah, these
Looks
are
awesome.
beautiful figures. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that one. I've never seen it in person. That one's a nice one. That one's fun.
All right.
Oh,
and then
there's
we-
a steel InArt showed us Superman Man of Steel. I did not know that was a. Oh, let me look that up.
Wait, what?
112.
Steel Superman in art?
Interesting.
Let me look into that.
Yeah. And then we have the Thomas Clark Host of the Year. For those of you who have followed us for many years, you know that Thomas had passed away earlier this year and hit a lot of us very, very hard. And I think the least we can do is name a category after him, especially with how lovable and likable he was. The Host of the Year, I feel like, would really embody that. So we got some good nominees going on there. You got Ben Thomas, you got Big Fern, you got Mike, you got Eddie Money Mendez, you got our very own Chris,
Chris Porteous.
Chris Porteous, and you got Marco. So these are your nominations for this year for hosts of the year. And I have to say, I think for me it was definitely Chris. Wherever you're listening, Chris.
Yeah, don't know how Marco beat me, but you know, I think I was on more shows than him, even though I haven't been on since like August. But no, shout out to all these guys. They make the network what it is, and they're on all the time. They're like, especially
They're
Mike.
everywhere.
Mike's been on like the main show so much now. He's stepped up, and yeah, and then of course Fern's been here since I think he said episode 10 or something. He said the other day he started listening. So
Wow.
and they
And
did
he's
400 just the other
He's
day.
also very involved in the Patreon chat.
Oh yeah. So if
very
you
involved.
and
So
shout out to everyone here. Get your votes in for the host of the year. So that's the other one I wanted to cover because I think this is a new award / we should get it in there.
Really quick, because we did not cover it earlier, I want to go over the
Oh yeah, I have the
the
awards,
giveaways.
the giveaway
So-
details. So let me put that in the chat. There's the giveaway link. There's a form to fill out here. There's going to be a bonus code from us tonight, and I think Sean, you want to say the bonus code? Do you have it there?
How about the bonus code be CAS?
Hey,
You read my mind.
Archive
You read my mind.
Services.
Love that one.
CAS.
That one.
All right, where am I? Sorry, I'm trying to find the link to post.
And don't
this
forget
in
your
the chat.
CAS discount code. No, I'm kidding.
no, actually, I think at the end of the week we're still doing a Cyber Monday, so I think there may be like a
Oh,
thing
that's awesome.
Look at
25
that.
kind of thing. So
Oh, there you go.
at that.
Cyber Monday.
All right,
So,
so
code
to
is
fill out, you have to
definitely
fill out
CAS.
the form. You have to be a member of Patreon or the YouTube membership. If you're part of both, fill out the form twice. Shipping in the continental United States will be free for the prize. International shipping will be paid at cost by the winner. CW is not responsible for VAT and import. Bonus entries and opportunities will be given regularly on live stream. So I believe you just re-enter with the bonus entry. So if there's another bonus code, put your email in again with the new bonus code in like the next day. Drawing
so
will be
fill it
held
out
on
once.
yes, and bonus held on the 23rd will be the drawing December 23rd, and they'll attempt to reach for the prize. But fill out the forms. And do we have pictures of the? I think we did, right?
Yes, we do.
Of
Yeah, I'm about
the-
to put them up.
Thank you.
Just a reminder though, this is for next Tuesday. The show is at 7:30,
Yes.
right? 7:30 Central
Not
Time?
next Tuesday, the following Tuesday, the 23rd.
Following
Yeah.
the 23rd. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I thought it was
okay.
I thought it was next week. But okay, so the 23rd.
Thank God
And-
Christmas isn't next week. Jesus.
Jeez. For real.
So, yes.
All right, so for we have the Hot Toys Stan Lee over here from Guardians of the Galaxy. This is collecting weekly.
The barber.
Yep, the barber Xmas giveaway, and then we also have the Ciron 3-pack from the Savage Lands, and then the InArt 112th Batman, which we were just talking about. Not the Arkham one though, right? It's the Batman.
Correct. This is the in-art version. And I believe the 3-pack is donated by the Legend Kramer.
Yes.
nice.
I believe we're seeing, yeah, so they showed off, sorry,
It was.
Rocketman
Is that about the
Chris.
SGCC?
Yeah, Rocketman Chris is saying they showed off all their a bunch of upcoming 112 figures, including a 112 Terminator, and it sounds like a Superman. So we're going to have to look at that because I did
There's
not see
multiple
that.
Supermans, but they're all like in black and white.
SGCC,
Yeah, the SGC, the Singapore Comic Con.
Singapore Con. Okay. Yeah, because I did see a couple pictures. Why do I feel like the Terminator sounds familiar? But we will definitely look at that. And as for next show, we will keep you posted. We might do a pre-record for Christmas. We are deciding how to manage that, but
Right. Were you gonna show the Superman, or we'll just cover it on another time?
I can't seem to find details on it right now. So
Okay, so
we're
we'll move
gonna
forward
pass it
then.
for now.
As always, no kings. Send us your boo boo hate. on our Instagram. Chris is very, very passionate about this movement. So please support. We would like to give the hugest of shout outs to our members. And it's because of you we get to do what we do. And because of that, we also get to offer you awesome giveaways on our award show, like the ones that we just talked about. So if you're a Patreon member, if you're a member of our YouTube, please fill out those forms so you can be entered to win one of those prizes. We want to shout out Captain Fordo, Renee Mendez, Eric Mariscal, King Louie, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, Equan, Chris Valen, Serena, Ben Thomas, David Jones, Sam Giss, Eric Switzer, Six Gun Figs, Badfish, Luke Skywalker, Griffin Campbell, Aaron Boverman, Comics, Austin McLean, Dan Lee, Deanie Martin, Big Fern, Cecil Mato-Keen, Mark Phillips, Lisa Martman Bamogski, Jose CZ, Takathri, Wah, Aries Portillo, Alvin J, Aries Delgado, Toy Cartel, Sean Forrester, Manny Fresh 369, Joe Corpus, Pablo Meza, Cam Collects, Harry Dempsey, Nico Cat Girl, Mr. Musashi, Sith Scale Collector, Jared Gagne, Alberto Cortez, Big Rib, The Big Donk, Trevor Weed, Darren Illinger, Don Matan, Stephen Purchase, Sean Usby, Steve and Maria Stanley, Eddie Manzanares, Luis Bennett, Chip Perrin, Exodus, Abe Dunk TV, Gigi the Judgmental, and the immortal Classy Thomas. And your November sticker was the episode 400 sticker, and then the Oxmas sticker for December. And then those dream suds are out. Get your orders in. And if you want to become a member of this great empire, you could start fresh with the hot seat, and it's going to get you the digital benefits like Ox After Dark, the Patreon chat, and weekly shoutouts. You got the Sweet Angel at $7.50. This is going to get you your swag sent straight to your door. Stickers, Ox After Dark replays. Stickers are sent every other month. And if you want to be certified crispy, you could do so at $15. This will include a certified crispy certificate on first pledge, assistance with figure fixes by Zach. He does ask that you message him beforehand to confirm that it could be done, and all the benefits of the previous tiers. International postage will be charged at cost for the certificates, and the stickers are sent every other month. And if you want to be the best guy or girl, go with that What a Guy tab. You got it for $25. The folks on this one are going to get a Pogs Deluxe set on first pledge, doubles of all the stickers we send, and benefits of the previous tiers. International postage above $5 will be charged at cost for the Pogs, and your stickers are sent every other month. And the YouTube members have grown. We got 12-inch Moose Streams, Absolute Irwin, Alex Beck, Alvin J, Aries Delgado, Aaron Salazar, Aaron Boverman, Ben Thomas, Big Rib, Bob Dylan, Chris Valencerina, Clint Martin, CT603, DJ, Eddie Money Mendez, Fat, what does that say? Fat Haya Kid inside.
Fat Thai Kid.
Fat Thai Kid, sorry.
Hi,
I don't know how I read that. Garbear, Harry Dempsey, Hordo, Howard Potts, Mike's Adventure World, Manny Fresh 369. You got Jake, you got JAFN, Justin Sports Cards, Jazzy, King Dingling, Luke Skywalker, LV Avenger 702, Figure in a Bubble, Mr. Sketch, Nico Catgirl, OG Fan, 1-6 Figure Focus, Philip the Fool, Ron E, S Beam, Sam Giss, Sean Forrester, SpongeBob SquareBalls, Stephen Krent, Trevor Weed, Universal Key, and Yomo. And if you want to become one of the members, you could do so with a Patreon account at 99 cents, and then the Peanut Gallery at $2.99. You get your loyalty badges there, and then you will get your membership icons for all of your years of service to this great empire, plus your new emojis that you could use on the show. And here's a list of all the shows that we have on this great network, starting with the flagship show, Collecting Weekly, live on Tuesdays, After Dark on Wednesdays, OFAC, Small Talk, and Movie Nights on Thursdays. We all kind of rotate around, but you could catch us maybe on the Christmas Day show for a pre-record. Otherwise, we will be back in January. And then those Friday Night Faithfuls at just another Friday night.
Cool.
And of course, if you have any kind of figure photography, you could send it to us on our Instagram at SmallTalkCW. And that's our show for today, guys. Shout out, starting with Chris. Thank you so much. This was so much fun. And
Heck yeah.
super, super informative. I think our minds are blown about the BBTS boxing stuff. So
Yeah, I have a fun job, so I love getting to talk toys. Thanks for having me.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I can always it's nice to be exposed to some of the new stuff, but I love talking about some of this new fun stuff that's coming out. So really appreciate the invite.
Yeah,
So,
it was
Chris,
a pleasure having you on, man.
yeah, thank you so much. If you want to go ahead and shout out any of your website, your Instagrams, your social medias, anything like that.
So we're just Collector Archive Services. Anywhere you look for us, you look for Collector Archive Services, you find us. Our website, collectorarchiveservices.com. If you're interested in getting something graded, and you are a little bit unsure of the process, we do actually have folks here that answer the phones. Unlike some of the other grading companies, blows my mind that you can't get a hold of a human. Humans do actually pick up the phone here. Maybe not always on the first ring, but we do pick up the phone. Start your grading journey with CAS. We'd be happy to have you. Happy to see any of the cool stuff you want to send our way. So,
Oh yeah.
Do you want to shout out real quick your promotion one more time that you said was going on?
So yeah, I believe through Sunday is our Black Friday Cyber Monday sale, and it's 15% off grading, right? And it's clear across the board. Anything that you want to get graded, from anything from a loose Star Wars all the way up to we've done a USS Flag or Defiance. So if you are interested. Amazingly huge things that we get to grade. So it's actually kind of fun. Or take a look at some of the stuff that Big Bad Toy Store has up that's already ready. This is going to roll out really big, really fast. And if you've always wanted to own a really cool display piece, a piece that maybe your spouse will let you display in your living room, it's always better when it's displayed nice, and CAS can take care of you for that. So
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Badfish, Equan, anything else?
No, I don't have anything. Sorry.
Yeah, good. No, nothing. I think we touched them all, as Zach would say. But yeah, the BBTS news is really interesting. I think it was kind of a little buzz going around that. So I think it'll be pretty popular. So, and then yeah, we've got. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us tonight as well.
heck yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, it was a blast talking with you. So it was a fun show.
Pleasure was
Thanks
all
for
mine.
sticking around the whole time. Yeah, thanks for able to
Always
stick around
talk
the whole
toys. I talk toys as long as you want me to. So
time.
Well, one more shout out. The chat was very active today. We appreciate
yeah.
every single one of you guys coming out. Had a plenty of returners, plenty of new names too. I noticed that there was some newer names in there too. And yes, I did shave my beard a long time ago. It's been a while since I've had one. All right, guys. Have a great night. Thank y'all for making us part of your day, however you might be listening, whether that's live, on the replay, or on your favorite podcast app. We are there for all of them. We will see you next time. Bye, guys.
good
Come
night.